Hello, hello. It is us. It is Rant and it is Bollox. We're back. You saw the YouTube notification. It popped up and says new video available. You said to yourself, this is a lie. They've been gone.
Bullshit.
How long have we been gone for?
This.
Yeah,
we've been gone way too long.
It feels like maybe 6 to 7 years, but I'm pretty sure it was 6 to 7 months.
It was something like that. Something crazy.
But we are back and better than ever. I mean, near his nails.
Well, we were barely doing this, like getting by before. So now we've like had 6 months of not doing it. We're gonna be so bad.
But no, like I guess
English good.
real life kind of got in the way.
It did. It happened to both of us at the exact same time.
We both entered the Oculus.
Like, neither of us can work around the other guy's like schedule. Like if it had been like you just had your thing,
yeah,
I could have been like, all right, I'll work and I'll figure out when's best. But it's like I got my own thing to deal with here, so we got no time.
Yeah, Neri's job like kind of took off big time, and he was super busy. And then a baby entered my life as well. Yeah. So
we're still looking for the father, though. So
we are still looking.
If we find it, we'll get rid of it, and that's going to free you up. That should be great. But until then, we'll keep him around. He's good. He's a good laugh. He's a good laugh.
Yeah, he'll join the cast.
Yeah, he'll be in there soon.
Yeah.
Making us look like idiots. You guys don't even know VR? It's like, shut up, you. We were playing VR before you were born.
You were born in VR. But it's good to be back. And, it's just going to be the same old, really. We're just going to talk shit. And
do you want to talk about how we're better?
How we're better than ever. We're looking at our better halves.
Yes.
Which is our laptops.
Our laptops are better.
We've always talked about these. We wanted to get new ones. I'm lucky I got mine through work, so technically I don't own this, but Neri does own his. But we're on the new MacBooks. We've both got MacBook Pros.
We're on the new MacBooks.
The ones with the touch bar up top, which I find annoying.
It's pointless.
We'll talk about it in the tech section. but Neri, like,
we have to do that. We've come back. We expect everybody to remember what goes on.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we have 3 sections. We have tech, another one, and a third section that I usually give out about. Movies, that's it. So it's tech, movies, and games.
Yeah.
When we have the time. Sometimes we just do movies.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the things.
And it doesn't get any better. Anybody's just tuning in and being like, is this better? Is this what everyone's on about?
It's all down.
This is it.
It's all downhill from here.
Al has his intro planned.
We hit our
peak. It's all bullshit after that.
But yeah, so hopefully, the rendering of these should be a bit quicker. We've got a new setup where we're recording.
Well, I want to do that with this one and my old computer, which is the workhorse, and I'm proud of it, but it was horrible to try and do anything on
What did you say you were going to do with that? You were going to frame it, or you were just going to use it as a
I'm going to frame it on the wall.
Okay, I wasn't sure. It was one or the other. It was like
but it'll be in a frame on the floor.
As a doorstop.
In a frame, as a doorstop. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to start on new videos, digging deeper or whatever, rants. But I wanted to do the same video, render it, and export it from both systems.
Ah, right.
Just to time lapse it. I'm just going to show how much difference there is in this machine and that machine.
I mean, what was one of those coming up as, like 12 hours or 20 hours or something?
Oh, insane, yeah. Like, it got to the point where they were... The real long analysis videos were like an hour.
Right.
And I just couldn't upload it. Or by the time I'd exported it and then I had to upload it, I'm going, I need some bandwidth. So I go to your office and use your bandwidth to upload it.
I know.
This is 6 gigs. It's going to take me 24 hours.
Yeah, you've upgraded your internet.
My internet's upgraded, yeah.
It sounds like you're upgrading your place. You're upgrading just life in general. Yeah. Life 2.0.
2.0. So. Next chapter. So I just want to get this machine tested, so I know what I paid for.
Yeah. Well,
Apple are great, making you buy it. It's is it worth it? I'm I'm pretty sure it's going to be.
A good minimal test will just be this podcast. Just render it out and see. So
yeah, it's true.
Just because I know even on my old computer, it was maybe an hour or 2.
Yeah.
So just to kind of get it all going. So, but so good to be back. As Neri says, we're going to have movies, TV. We'll have some gaming. We'll have some tech. This one will just be a roundup of... We've missed so much, so we'll go over it.
There's no point in going over everything now.
We can't go over
It'll
everything,
be 6 months. We've missed everything that's happened.
It'll be new video available, and it's 26 hours.
Yeah, there's probably been a new country discovered in the middle of all this. Because you've been out of it, because you have to deal with a kid, so you kind of you tune in and out of what's going on.
Well, I'm still in the know because of my my train journey and looking up everything. So
I lose so much, and then people are like, oh yeah, check this out. I'm like, oh that happened.
What happened?
Shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, even with movies, I'm like, I kind of got this. I've seen like one movie in the last month or something in the cinema.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, it's so busy.
You got to
like,
get
screw
back on it. Got to get back on
Yeah.
it. Well, we'll kick things off. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll
And it's
kick
Labor Day
things
weekend,
off.
so it seems appropriate that we're working on Labor Day weekend somehow.
It's the only way. It's the only way. The only way is up. I don't know why I went into that.
Singing.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. Really sorry about
Couldn't
that.
give them one whole episode.
Yeah,
It's good to be back.
We'll kick it off with some movies and some TV stuff.
Movies.
I've got a list here, but yes, just in general, I think the biggest one for us would be, because we never really talked about it, but Infinity War. It's out. So it came out. We saw it at the cinema. It's now out on DVD. It's on Blu-ray. It's on UHD.
Yes.
What was your thoughts?
I watched it in 4K.
We're not doing reviews here, but we
No.
will tell you if there's going to be spoilers, and there might be, because
I
we're
don't
just
think
doing
you
a
need to
roundup.
spoil it, but yeah, it just what? Maybe I'll have to spoil it.
I'm just mean spoilers throughout, with whatever we talk about.
Exactly.
We'll let people know.
The 4K version, I watched it and I was like, this is so good.
Oh yeah.
It looks so good. It just flows so quickly. And watching it again, you're just like, I know it's coming. This is happening. But even then, there's so many characters and you're jumping between them so well that when it comes back to somebody again, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot he's doing something too.
Yeah.
And it was just weird because like, I know that came out. I bought it on like the first week it came out. You did the same thing. I was like, I want to see this again. I want to catch it again. And then I'm like scrolling through PlayStation, the store, and like Justice League pops up. I'm like, I have no interest in watching that again.
Good lord.
Not one. Like, even to do a video where me and you like give out about it doesn't seem worth it because it's boring.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
But
like,
we've got to do it.
We have to do it just to do it. But it's like maybe it's like a defense mechanism. I've blocked it out of my memory.
Yeah.
But like, I'm thinking DC are so fucked.
I think watching Infinity War, it just kind of just sealed the deal, and it was just like they can just do this so much better. Like we always knew they could, but that definitely confirmed it.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing for me was when they jumped between those characters in Infinity War, like they still had their essence, their feeling. Like like you had the Thor vibe, you had the Guardians of the Galaxy. That was a good little matchup because they're both kind of space, and then it was nice to see like Doctor Strange with Iron Man, but they all had their characteristics and stuff, and even though they were done by different directors, they still kept their their thing. So
I was watching because that's me, I watched the commentary version too and listened to all the directors, and they said it was kind of weird because they had screenings all the way up until it was released, secret screenings. They had a screening in like January last year when Chadwick Boseman's walking out to see Bucky, and it goes Wakanda, and it's just crickets. Like, no one knew who he was, no one knew what that was. They're just like, why is Bucky there? What's this arm about? Had nothing. And then they did the same screening after Black Panther comes out, and people just lost their mind. They just loved it. And it was just that weird thing of they're shooting a movie ahead of a different movie, hoping that movie turns well. And it's just, they're juggling so many balls with that goddamn movie.
Yeah.
You're just thinking, they did the same thing. They were talking about Thor, and it's like, well, we didn't know where at the end of Thor Ragnarok was going to be. And Thor Ragnarok ends on a ship, and they're like, oh, so that has to be the start of our one, has to be on that ship. And you're just like, how have you not lost your mind? The stress level of juggling not just one movie, but like all these other movies, and then bringing it all together and keeping it all secret. Because that's the great thing about that. Like, spoilers might have happened by now for people, but everybody, it's a DVD, you should know.
Yeah.
But like, nobody knew that was happening.
Yeah. And it was
no one saw it coming. It's like, oh, we're gonna do this, and you're like, oh wow.
Well, as well as the trailers, like Marvel are famous for kind of mixing people up in the trailer, aren't they?
Yeah,
like with Thor and well, again, I don't want to be a spoiler, but they did something in his trailer. But then in this new
Thor,
one,
you can spoil at this point.
I guess if you
it's like 3 movies back.
Yeah, with his eye. So,
Yeah.
but in Infinity War, I know a big one for me was their poster frame was always them all running in Wakanda towards the enemy.
Yeah.
And you could see the Hulk in the back.
You can see
and everyone's
Hulk,
just like, the Hulk's in it. He's running towards them as well. In the real movie, he's in the Hulkbuster. He's not even, that one for me was quite big and really smart as well, because I was watching it thinking, when's this going to happen? When's this going to happen? So it does, and I'm sure they did it in other places as well. So it definitely surprises you when when you're a hardcore fan, you
Yeah.
think you know the whole film, and suddenly you watch it and you're like, they got me. You know?
Well, we talked about this because for me, I was like, I either just because I was ignoring all the trailers because I didn't want to ruin anything, and I kind of just I knew I was going to watch the movie anyway.
Yeah.
And I didn't pay attention, and I'd heard there was Avengers 3 and Avengers 4, and it's going to be Infinity War Part 1 and 2, and then I heard, it's not going to be Part 2. So in my head, there's only one Infinity War movie.
Mm.
And as this movie's progressing, I'm like, it has to wrap up soon. You know, they're going to have to beat Thanos soon, get the gems. What's going to happen? And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And it was just this constant thing of like, what's going on? What's going on? And then it ends. I'm like, wait a minute, you son of a bitch. And it was just amazing that, like, either because I'm an ignorant idiot or just Marvel played it well, you just don't see it coming. It's like, it ended where nobody expects it to end. And you're like, I have to see the next one.
Yeah.
But I was talking to somebody else about this, and they said, I can wait. It's not like one of those movies where you're like, I got to see it. You're just kind of like, wow.
Yeah.
I got to step back. I'm going to wait.
I know. I was even thinking yesterday, I was like, when did the first Infinity War trailer come out? Because I'm kind of interested to see.
Oh, you're trying
and
to pace
it was in November, I think November 29th. So around November, I'm guessing we're going to see Infinity. So is it going to be called Infinity War 2? Or
no, because they had a thing about that.
Yeah,
they said they didn't want to release the name because the
Yeah.
name is a spoiler.
Oh, of course. They did say that, didn't
Yeah.
they? Yeah, yeah.
There was a rumor I saw. I was kind of keeping up to date. There was a rumor that it was going to be called Endgame.
Oh, yeah.
Avengers Endgame.
Huh.
I'm like, nah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I know Strange says it, and that's the point.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you got to get a better name.
Yeah, yeah. They can do better than that, I'm sure.
You can't go from Infinity War to Endgame. At least
They
call
must-
it Infinity War Part 2. Just do
yeah,
that.
just that will do, yeah. I mean, yeah, they'll
Avengers.
They'll
not
review
the
that with a
Justice
bunch of
League.
people.
Like, I'm going to watch that. It's gonna be good.
But,
So we
No,
have to
that-
watch both of them. We have to watch the good one,
yep.
but we'll have to watch the
We'll have to watch Justice League as well.
because that's another thing that's happened. And it's sad news. I don't want to. It's not taking a shot at him, but Ben Affleck is like gone into rehab,
Yeah, I did
You
hear
know,
that. Yeah, yeah.
and it's like, is it? You find kind of like, I hope it's not because everyone's fucking shitting on the movies.
Yeah, I know.
Like at the end of the day, it's just a fucking movie.
Yeah.
No point ruining somebody's life over it.
Yeah, yeah.
And obviously, Zack Snyder had his thing during production, and I think that gave everybody a little bit of perspective.
Mm.
It's like, you know what? There's actual real shit going on. There's
Of
real
course.
problems. Like, if Schneider makes a bad movie, it doesn't end your life, and
Of
it's not
course.
the most important thing. So,
At the end of the day, it's entertainment. It entertained us, maybe not
Yeah.
in a nice way, but
It-
but yeah, it
a
shouldn't.
lot of people have said that to us, actually. It's like, you actually secretly love these things. It's like, look, it is fun to shout at these movies.
Of course,
I would have preferred to not, but it's you know, it's our bread and butter.
it's
Alex.
our bread and butter.
It's finding things to give out about.
Keeping us this thing alive.
It's why people listen to us. Like, I really like that angry Welshman. People can't get my accent.
Just can't get it
Be
down.
called
can
Scots.
they? Yeah,
Called Welsh.
yeah.
French.
I think they think I'm Irish as well.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
probably.
So. What's your
We'll have to
opinion
do a
on?
podcast after I come back. So I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Maybe we can do one online.
yeah.
But I'll be back from Ireland. I want to see how strong my accent is when I come back.
When are you going?
In
Christmas?
like 3 weeks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Going before Christmas.
Yeah.
Lovely jubbly.
I'm not going to Ireland for Christmas. It's shit. It's wet. Cold.
What's your opinion on the stuff happening with James Gunn and Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff? So
It's one of those stupid things of like, you understand what they're doing, but it's so reactionary. It's the whole culture now of like, one thing, everything has to change. Everybody's entire career is over. It's like, what are you going to get out of that? Like, how are you going to make the world a better place if everybody's living on this knife edge that if you make a mistake or you did something wrong, you're done?
yeah,
Like, Disney knew he had those tweets. The only reason he
because
got...
it was from a while ago, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah,
So,
years ago.
Yeah.
It's just because he got called out by some other guy, like some other buddy. It was like, oh, Disney, look at these tweets. And they're like, now we're in a controversy. I was like... And Louis C.K. I saw did a set like a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago. He just came back after he like admitted that he had 9 months away after he had his sexual misconduct stuff. And like, it's not that you give people forgiveness, blanket forgiveness, but how long do you like have to live with making a mistake
I
or
know,
being
yeah.
an idiot or doing something terrible?
Yeah,
Like that's the justice system. Is if you did something really bad, you go to jail and you pay your dues and you come back and you rehabilitate and you
exactly
reintegrate the society.
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be some sort of, like, I understand that what's happening now is there's a huge swing where all the guys who could get away with everything are suddenly being opened up and like, okay, we can finally start talking about all these horrible things women have to deal with, or all these terrible things that men got away with, not going to happen anymore. So there's this huge swing, but I think it goes too far because it's trying to compensate for all these years of like being under the bad side of it. And you're like, now we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
And everybody goes crazy. It's like a fucking candy factory. Everyone's like, I'm gonna call out everybody. I'm gonna get every possible thing that ever went wrong, and I'm gonna make a big show of it. But it's like, it's gonna have to come back to the middle. And it's just like, everybody has to like calm down on both sides.
Yeah, 100% agree as well. It's like you hit the nail on the head. Like, how long do you pay for this?
Yeah,
because they're not in prison.
No.
So, and you mentioned Louis C.K.
Yeah,
because he came back and he's come back to a lot of backlash as well.
Yeah,
and how long are you being punished for? And and it's it's a very kind of fine line, because
and it's like, what are you getting punished for? Because if you, at least with me, if you recorded half of my conversations,
well, yeah,
I would be done.
Yeah,
like I could never go anywhere because everyone's like, oh, he's terrible. But you go back for like me 10, 20 years ago, when you're like 15, when you're like, and you say the stupidest, horriblest, terriblest things about women, about race, about religion, because you want to get a laugh out of your buddies at school. Does it make those jokes acceptable? No. But should I be worried that somebody recorded me when I was 18?
Exactly.
You're like, oh, well, he said this when he's 18. It's like, that doesn't make a person.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened with Gunn, is that, yeah, he says terrible things. I'd say 99% of people say terrible things at some point. And then they're like, that's not who James Gunn is. And the whole cast came out and said, that's not who he is. That's not who he is as a person. That's not who he is as a professional. We've got to stop this world where you can latch onto the worst thing somebody's ever done and say that's who they are.
Yeah.
Whereas you go to the other point, you'd say somebody like Harvey Weinstein, who's the poster child for this whole thing. Is like, he's a bad guy who did bad things that he's now being criminally prosecuted for because he's that horrible. Like, it doesn't matter that he made good movies. That's not an excuse in his sake.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he's an asshole and he deserves to be punished. James Gunn said some stupid things on Twitter. He loses a movie that he helped create, $1 billion franchise.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, you can't make that logically connect. It's all emotional. Like, I understand it's emotional. Like, that's a horrible thing to say. He should be punished. It's like, he should lose everything because he said something you got offended by. And that's what I mean about the swing. It's all emotional, and like, that feels good, and I can understand it feels good. Like, if you've been, it's like every movie we watch is like the guy who gets bullied as a kid, he grows up and then he takes his revenge. It's like, emotionally that feels good. It's like you've had to be under the bloody thumb for so long that once you get out it feels great. But that's not a society. Like, you have to have reason in how you deal with it.
Yeah. I know Dave Bautista was like pretty strongly against it all, like what's happening on Twitter as well. He's kind of mentioning it, but he was on Jonathan Ross last night on Friday, and he talked about it a little bit, and he's just like, I don't know if I want to work with Disney anymore, and with everything that's going on. So, and the movie's been put on hold for the time being. Number 3, sorry, but it'll just be interesting to see what comes of it, and just because Disney have reacted in this way, maybe that will actually backfire on them somehow. So maybe they'll go elsewhere. Well, you can't really go elsewhere with the brand, but it'll just be interesting to see what happens with it. So. Yeah,
it's just that's how I usually sum up this whole movement thing. Is it's emotional, and people are like, oh, it's women are getting their rights. It's like, not really. Like, women have the right to be protected and the right to be respected. They just weren't. So now there's like, this isn't being fair, it's not fair, and so we have this emotional swing to being like, look, let's just call out everybody for what they're doing. It's like, great, they're doing horrible things and criminal things like Harvey Weinstein. That's great. But a society and a culture and a people, we can't run on emotion. Like, it doesn't work. Like, you can't have people getting as angry about a guy who's being accused of rape as a guy who made a joke on Twitter. And then there was, what's his other name? Hardwick, the Chris Hardwick dude.
Oh, yes.
The Talking Dead guy.
Yeah.
he had this whole situation too, where somebody posted a blog, never mentioned him by name. People said, "Oh, it's him," and he got cancelled off AMC for a while, and he got kicked off the what's that site he knows, Nerdist or whatever.
Yeah.
They took his name off that he didn't create it, and they're all saying we're not associated with him. I was like, there's no proof. He said he didn't do it. He's married. This happened 10 years ago, and it was one woman posting a blog, and you're just like,
the power of that.
The power is like because you have so much emotion that's like genuine, like anger for things that have been wronged, is now powering every little thing. So you get people like Disney being terrified because they're like, oh, we have to satisfy these people. It's like, you can't. You can't satisfy an emotion because one person's emotion to somebody is different than something else.
And we've I know we've covered it in another topic, but because everyone's coming out of the woodwork with this, with their own stories, it's kind of almost diluting it. So there's so much of this now that people are just like, is this one true or is this one enough? Like, and that's why. Which
is kind of the problem. Like, it's like it's so prevalent.
You're
just like, oh my god, this is like the whole culture of it. It's like, great, bring it all out. But it's like, what do you want to do? You want everybody to lose their job that did something 40 years ago?
And these days, obviously with Twitter, and you can track things back, but I don't know. Twitter's just conversation. It depends like who you are. Like I can understand like the president, like Trump, when he tweets something or whatever. You've got to be careful there. But like with Gunn, if he's just kind of having a little mess around, like you said when you were younger and stuff. It's just if you what you said when you were younger, if that was on Twitter, and say if you become really, really famous, people could kind of go back onto Twitter and go like, but Neri said this and said that, and I think that's really unfair. It's just. But anyway, that's a whole other topic. But
it's just it's much easier to react.
Yes, of course, I mean?
It's easier to go get rid of Gunn.
Of course,
instead of being like, well, let's talk about this. Let's have a conversation.
Until it happens to you as well. And
there's a great quote from the guy who runs the club that Louis C.K. came to, and there's like a lot of things around that issue. Like people didn't know he was going to do that, and some people whatever. There was a complaint. I think one guy wrote an email, but he just had this great point of like, we're now living in this weird era where nobody's allowed to have a conversation. You have to come to the conversation with a viewpoint that the other person already agrees with. So now there's no such thing as a conversation. It's just two people talking about something they already agree upon.
That's a really good point.
It's like, that's not going to get anybody anywhere.
No. And then the whole point of a conversation is to kind of have your own opinions and talk about it, and like, oh, you got your views, and you can have those, and I've got my views.
Because eventually you got to get to this world where people are like, well, my feelings matter. It's like, they don't. I'm sorry, but they just don't, because that's not how you run a society. Like, we're in Toronto with like 3 million people. It doesn't matter what people's feelings are. Your rights and your laws are there. They're separate from feelings, because you could feel bad, but it's like, how do I regulate that? How do I go to court and say to somebody, well, he made me feel bad, punish him? It's like, no. Like, did he break a window? Did he kick your dog? Did he crash into your car? It's like, that's a thing that we can deal with. But I understand it, like, emotions are important and people feel them a lot, but a lot of the movement, the extreme edges of this movement, are just like people being offended or showing that they're offended. And it's like, I'm sorry, but you can't make laws around, you can't have rights around what people feel. Because you could just say, it offends me that your shirt is blue, so change your shirt. It's like, I don't want to. It's like, well, it offends me. And that sounds ridiculous, but like, what's the difference between that and somebody saying, well, your comedy set offends me, or your TV show offends me? Well, you don't have to watch it. That's the first thing. And you don't have to pay for it. So just stop complaining. But we're in this world where, if you complain about something, you have to listen, which is exactly what happened with Gunn at Disney. So, long story short, just give them the movie back.
Just give them it back.
I think they will. I think they'll just sort of cave.
So.
Because it's not worth it to them.
No, I think they probably weren't expecting everyone the whole cast to be as they are as well. They probably thought they were just going to jump in line and say, get rid of him, we can get someone else. But they're like, no, we actually know this guy. He's not like this, So, but it's a shame, but we'll keep an eye on that, and I'm sure we'll be talking in a couple of podcasts where he's come back.
So. Yeah, I'm sure he will. Purely financially, like, that's the big worry. They're always like, oh, well, we got to get rid of him or it's going to hurt the box office. No one gives a fuck.
You're bloody Disney.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want.
But it's also like, how many like people are offended by... How many people even know who James Gunn is?
No, I know.
And how many people are going to be offended by something he said 10 years ago to the point they're like, well, I'm not going to that movie.
Of course, yeah. Especially that audience. They don't know James Gunn,
No.
you know. So, one thing while we were talking about Infinity War, which I thought would be was quite funny, is...
That was super serious for our first fucking
that was,
podcast back.
Went really into it. Went deep there.
Jeez.
So, but back...
Need a break. 6 months. We'll come back. We'll try it again.
Going to something a little more, a little funnier, is there was a Reddit group for Infinity War, and I guess one of the admins there was saying, how would everyone feel about if we deleted half the group? So this actually happened as well, and then they were like, well, how do we delete half the people in here and make it legit and everything? So they contacted like the Reddit admins and all that lot, and they made it happen. So they said, at this particular time, we're going to delete everyone, half the group, and we don't know who's going to be deleted. Even the guy that set it up could be gone.
Right.
So then the time struck, and then half the group was gone, and they all went into the Reddit Soulstone group. But what was funny is, like, people were kind of chatting, and they were like, I'm gone, man. Or, you know, they must have been talking on a different channel, but they were like,
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
This was my idea, but I'm gone. You know, I just thought that was hilarious. I loved that the admins were like, yeah, we'll sort it out. Like, I don't think that was something set up in the system that you could do at that time, like delete that many people at once. But they were like, yeah, we'll make that happen. And they were like, and do you want to just delete the users forever? And they were like, put them in the Reddit Soulstone. Yeah. So now they're all there.
They're taking the idea. That's where it is. They're in the Soulstone. It's not a time jam. Time jam would be a cop-out.
Well, what do you think? This is, I guess, spoilers, but what do you think is going to happen in the next film?
I think it's got to be they're in the Soulstone.
I think so as well, because you got so many characters which just won't be in the movie for like half of it.
Yeah.
So
I think my way of playing that movie would be, you don't want to lose all your characters that you've killed.
Because technically you got Doctor Strange, you've got the Black Panther. I mean, there's tons. There's Spider-Man, there's whatever. There's
exactly, you got Spider-Man. Like, it's just, what? You're going to lose that
And some of these people have their new movies coming out next year, the year after, so you definitely want to feature them. So.
And if you just do, like, time reverse, everyone's going to be like, what was the point?
Oh, yeah, that would be awful.
So it has to be they're in the Soulstone.
Mm.
And I would assume that you just then have what they have now. You have two different storylines. You have, like, the group in the Soulstone, and then like the original Avengers trying to fight Thanos with Captain Marvel and whatever. And it's just that, because that way you can keep them, and then what'll happen hopefully is at the end of the movie everyone comes back, but it's something that happened. It's not just out of time, like, oh, we reverse and nobody remembers. It's like, oh, this happened, and now every Marvel movie going forward they'll all talk about, were you there at whatever they call it, the disappearance or the vanishing? Like, were you one who, like, I was in the vanishing, I was gone. And people like have that whole thing. But there's also like, there'll be knock-on effects, because if you remember at the very end of it, it's not a spoiler. It's like the well, it doesn't. We're in spoilers. You remember like they show what happens in the rest of the world where
helicopter crash.
Like, people are dying that won't come back.
Mm.
Like a plane crash, like, you know, the pilot disappears. Boom. That whole plane's gone. So even if like everybody in the Soulstone comes back, that's not part of it.
It's still casualties.
So what happened, I remember, with the original Avengers, as they call it, the incident. When the aliens Chitauri come, that's been in everything so far. It's even in like their TV shows. So I think that'll be the next phase 4, like launch point of like the halving or the whatever, when the half disappeared. Everyone will be like, oh, remember that. And you can move on from there. Because it's a weird thing compared to comic books where you can reset everything. I think you can't do it in movies. It just especially this, where it's like 10 years down the road.
Of course.
Like, oh, they beat Thanos and they went back in time and everything's fine. It's like, nah, mate, you gotta kill Tony, maybe kill Steve.
Contracts up.
I was explaining this to my missus the other day. She's like, oh no, they'll all be back. I'm like, no, their contracts are all up.
That's the whole thing. And Thor's as well.
And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, they all have a contract that runs out at the end of Avengers 4. None of them are legally like forced to be in it anymore. All the new guys, like Chadwick Boseman and Peter Parker and all them, that's not his real name, whatever, they're all in it. Tom Holland. I was stumbling along till I got it. But they're all for the next generation. They're all got their contracts locked.
Marvel are on the pulse.
Yeah, they can kill Thor, and she was like, oh, yeah, they should kill Thor.
Yeah,
because there's nowhere. No, but she's like, there's nowhere for him to go.
Yeah,
like and I didn't think of it when I watched it. We watched it together. I was like, I didn't think of it until we watched it again. She's like, he should just be over now because his whole family's dead.
Yeah.
Asgard's gone.
Yeah,
he tried to save everybody and failed.
Yeah,
so like he's kind of reached the point of like, you have to take him down. I was like, that's a good point. We never even thought about Thor.
True, but then you could also say from the other way is that he's one of the only Asgardians left, that maybe he'll take a sit back and get the population going again with everyone that's left.
I think I want to see him die now.
Yeah,
because it's also like looking at Thor Ragnarok. It's like you can't really go back to that kind of movie.
Yeah.
After you've had a movie where, like I said,
It's
everybody
so
dies
dark.
and that carries on.
Yeah.
And you're just like, Thor's like, yeah, la 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 la. It's like,
Yeah.
Loki's dead, your mom's dead, your sister's dead, your dad's dead, your whole world is destroyed.
I think they set it up quite nicely with Iron Man for sure, Steve Rogers, and technically Thor. I think they've set those three up to be, we're gonna finish this, and if it means our lives, we'll do it. And technically their contracts are up. Someone at work mentioned to me, he was like, Marvel are kind of screwed, aren't they? That the contracts are up for, Tony and all that lot. And I was like, oh, they know that. And they were like, yeah, but they don't have their big characters or whatever. I was like, they've known that for years.
What do you mean like big characters? Black Panther just made
exactly.
$1 billion.
They're all coming in now. So, but he was talking as if like, they're in trouble. I was like, no, they've actually planned it so well that their flagship movie is going to see them off, kind of thing, in a cool way. But they know that their contracts are up, and technically they probably wouldn't want them to go any further anyway, because you're milking, just milking it. Introduce these new people like the Spider-Mans and the Ant-Mans or whatever. I just found it funny that he kind of saw it and like, are they going to be in trouble? They should have done a 20-year contract thing or something. But it's like, nah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
so.
it's a whole new ball game in like terms of film that we've never seen. There's no precedent for what Marvel did.
Yeah,
where you're going to create a multi-film structure that then starts to interlink, but then progresses.
Yeah.
So like in the comic books, they do that. It's like everybody talks to each other in New York, and Fantastic Four meets Spider-Man, and then we're going to introduce the X-Men, and then you got 50 years of comics after that. But the comics always reset. Like they have a rough timeline. Like Peter Parker was like 16, then he grew up, went to college, got married as like a baby. So it was maybe like 15 years have passed in his life in the comics, but it's still Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This is like Robert Downey Jr. has been doing this for 10 years. Tom Holland's the first Spider-Man in that universe. He's going to grow up in that universe. Wakanda is like a whole thing that was secret. Now it's part of in their world, it's come out. You've got this weird ecosystem that has to keep rolling along. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Just to watch it happening on screen every like couple of months, you're going to be like, oh, here's a new part of this huge world that we're all just like, oh, this is normal.
I wonder if they thought with Iron Man 1, they probably would hope that it would end up like it has, but they were like, well, we'll give this a go and see kind of where it goes with it. I guess with maybe Iron Man 2 or 3, they must have been like, let's lock him in for like another 10 years because this is going well. But with Iron Man 1, I don't know what kind of contract he was on, but I wonder if they were like, oh, we'll do a 2, we'll see how it goes with a 3. But at some point, it must have been like, we need to lock him in. We need to lock in all these characters.
I think after Iron Man 1, where it just blew up, it was like, holy crap.
Yeah, they were just like, all right, let's rewrite some contracts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, great movies. And I guess the sequel will be out in May, like the other one, like Infinity War. So.
Well, now everyone's looking forward to Captain Marvel. But even that, I was thinking, they're so clever in how they've paced everything. It's like Ant-Man and the Wasp came out, which I haven't seen, to be fair.
Oh, you haven't seen?
It's I was only thinking, like, is there any Marvel movie I haven't seen? That's the only one I haven't seen.
Yeah.
That one is set between Civil War and Infinity War, which they said.
Yep.
And Captain Marvel's set in the 90s.
Right.
So there's nothing between now and the next Infinity War to give you any clues.
No, not at all.
They haven't. There's like everyone knows, like, oh, there's a Black Panther 2 plan and there's a Spider-Man 3, but none of that's happening in between. Like they've thought so many steps ahead. They're like, you get nothing. we're going to introduce a new character. We're going to have a fluffy little like Ant-Man Wasp thing, but there's nothing there to give you any clues. And even though they have like some reports of Spider-Man 2, there's nothing confirmed. So you're just like, who is going to live? Who is going
on?
We know that they will live, but for the general guys who are just down the street like your buddy, they're just like, what's going to happen? Like, are they all dead? What's going on? They're losing their contract?
There is no other film. This is it.
Yeah.
We're done.
You're done.
Well, that's why calling it like just Infinity War, not Part 1 or whatever, helps with those people, because they'll be like, I don't know what's going to happen. Call it Part 1. Everyone's like, oh, okay, well, they're coming back, you know. But
it still amazes me. It's only like since Infinity War, I'm just like, how do they play this game? Like, they're billion-dollar movies, and they're just like, yeah, we're going to tie this one in with that one. You're just like, everyone else just looking at them being like, I wish we could make money like that.
Yeah, oh yeah. They know exactly what they're doing. So that's the first item on the list of 30.
Jeez.
So,
3 months.
You
got to catch up. 6 months.
What other movies? Another big one for me was Deadpool 2. That was... have you seen it?
It was as good as the first one.
I thought it was just as good. Yeah, if not better. I was just going to say the same thing. It was like still super funny, good little storyline, good kind of enemies in it and stuff.
And it didn't get stupid big.
I thought they were...
I thought money.
It was going to go that way, and I was like, I'm not looking forward to this, but they still toned it back, and it was still
just like him at a thing, fighting a thing.
I would have hated it if, like, the mansion was full of X-Men, you know? Because I would have been like, they've made it big time now, and they can show that. So, like, little things where, I remember they closed the door slowly.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
and then even that's a joke, because it's like the James McAvoy.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what? All right.
Very, very, very funny film. Like, you know, he's going around on Xavier's chair and things like that. So, I mean, there's so many good things, but definitely go see that if you enjoyed the first one.
And the one I just saw, which I recommend, is Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah, you do recommend it?
So good.
Oh, shit, okay.
It's probably the best one.
Wow. Interesting.
It's so good.
I've been hearing good things about it, but no one's said anything like that. But I've only talked to like 2 other people. But
like, I was thinking of like the other movies that came out this year, or even like a year ago, and I was like, in terms of like quality, it's just a different level.
Nice.
Like, this is just like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a helicopter chase, and we're gonna have like real stunts, and we're just like, no other movie does it. They're so lazy. They just like churn out crap, and then you look at like Tom Cruise doing this stuff, and you're like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah. Interesting.
And it's so, I guess you just take it for granted. You're like, oh yeah, he's making a great action movie. He's like, what was the last good action movie that came out? They just don't make them. They're making crap. Like, there was the one that I saw, The Meg.
Oh, God.
I didn't even watch that. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
A Big Jaws, great.
Yeah, with
can't watch that.
Jason Statham or whatever. Yeah. I know that Tom Cruise broke his ankle or something.
Yeah, on the thing.
So, like, that movie took like another 6 months to come out, didn't it? So, but Simon Pegg's in it.
Simon Pegg's in it. Yeah. Henry Cavill's mustache is in it.
Oh, of course. Yes, of course. That was the one that kind of messed up. That's what ended Justice League. The mustache,
that was it. If they had just been able to CG on a mustache for this movie, it'd be fine.
The funny thing about that is, as soon as we knew that they had to CG the mustache, you knew that someone had done the analysis video frame by frame and gone like, mustache, no mustache, mustache, no mustache. So whoever was doing the CG on it must have just been like, trembling with the mouse. Like,
should we just do it now? We just go straight into a cold Justice League commentary right now. Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll just have it on in the background. So.
We have to do it because I haven't watched it since I watched it in the cinema.
No,
and it's extended on the DVD.
Oh, how could you extend?
How are we still back on Justice League? Stupid mustache.
This is why we started this podcast, because of like Batman vs Superman. So now we're paying for it with Justice League. So
this is what we get for all our sins.
Kind of linking in with that a little, I played the single player of Injustice 2 the other day, because we had only played like multiplayer.
Yeah.
Man, it's got a good story to it. Like, they do a really good job if you're into that universe, like, even if you're a Marvel or DC fan. Super involving story, and then like you play like every kind of 5 minutes, and there's like a cutscene, and you play again, and they set up like the fight. So if you're gonna fight Wonder Woman, there's like a cutscene that kind of introduces it, and she's protecting someone. Then you got to fight her, and then she goes down or whatever, and then maybe like Cyborg comes in, or you can see him in a distance, and then you eventually got to fight him. But just the way they do the storytelling and the graphics and stuff, super impressive. So I definitely, that's something DC are doing well there, but they probably just hired a studio to make the game.
There's something weird about DC. Like, their games are usually brilliant, and then their like TV shows, like they're not amazing, but like they're great fun.
I know
like
the Flash is super popular. Yeah.
But also like their animated stuff is good.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Death
yeah.
of Superman came out like a couple of weeks
Okay.
ago.
Oh
like,
yeah, it did.
It's good.
Yeah.
Like they're good stuff.
Yeah.
That one's in the
4K
movie
as
so
well.
terrible.
So, I know. I don't know what's going on. They just need to get rid of Snyder and
Are you excited for Aquaman?
Not at all.
Yeah, me
it was
neither.
It was actually on the list.
We have a list.
Well, it was just on like a little thing of
We're so fancy. We got like an extra screen to look at now.
extra screens. We're just pulling it up.
I want to do a commentary in Justice League. I've got a lot of anger in me. I need it to come out. And also, like, just as we were talking about, like how Marvel wove everything together, it just looks like a handbrake turn of a movie. You look at Batman, Superman, and then you look at Justice League. You're like, what the hell happened there?
No, I know. Yeah. So what else is on the list here? Like Solo. Did you watch Solo?
Didn't watch Solo.
I'm not even remotely interested.
I wanted to see Incredibles though.
Incredibles 2. I haven't seen that, but loved the first one.
Yes.
It's they can't do wrong, really.
No.
Ant-Man I did see.
Yes.
It was fun. I preferred it to the first one.
Right.
It's in a different. It's like it's blatantly their B movie.
Yes.
You know, their Ant-B Wasp movie. Sorry, that was
tried.
That was
I could
real
see
bad.
Your brain
that
trying.
was real bad.
Yeah. It's their B Ant movie.
B Ant. But no, it was fun. It was entertaining. Had some good action scenes, and it does link in at some point to Infinity War. In that movie, so which is cool. I haven't seen Jurassic World: Fallen King. Did you see that?
No, because I like myself now. I don't hate myself anymore.
Again, that was supposed to be a big one. Apparently, that one kind of flopped though. Like I
hope so, because I saw the trailer.
We're looking at 6.4 right now.
Kidding me? Like the trailer gave everything.
Man,
and I'm like, what is the point?
We haven't seen the film, but basically they get called to the island. They get tricked to go there. This is what I think's gonna. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is what happens. They get tricked to go there. Then once they're there, they help them rescue the animals or the dinosaurs. Sorry, because there's a volcano exploding. So they do that. And they're like, oh, we've helped you guys, but really, as soon as they've like got them all in their containers. They ship them off to another island.
No, they ship them off to like the city.
Yeah, and they're doing experiments again, and they're making like some crazy.
Yeah, they're either experimenting or like they're selling them.
Yeah,
like it looks like a bunch of rich people are buying them and shit.
Something
and I'm
like that, yeah.
What? And then obviously one of them gets out.
Yeah.
And then it's like a horror movie where it's like going through the house. I'm like, why?
And then he's bulletproof.
Why in the name of fuck is a giant 60 million year old lizard creeping around the rooftop?
And technically, they've already done that with the other ones, the Lost World
Jurassic
or whatever.
World. Lost World.
There's nothing new here, so pretty. I'm not interested in seeing that. Ready Player One. Did you see that?
I did.
I enjoyed this, man. I wasn't looking forward to watching it.
Same
I
feeling.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There was something. I'm obviously I like computer games and stuff, and that whole trying to find the clue, you know. And I think it took them like the first one. It was like. I loved it. It was like 5 years, and people are trying to find it, and then eventually he just like reverses and stuff.
Yeah.
Spoilers, guys. But
it's very simplistic. Like there's not a lot of like that reverse thing. Is like that's pretty stupid.
No,
like anybody would do that.
I know.
I would do that by mistake.
But I kind of You got it.
I'm like, let's go. Fuck.
That's kind of what I liked about it because it was so simple.
But it's simple in the terms of like I think if you think about it too much, it's the wrong thing. It's a Spielberg movie.
Yeah,
it's a movie for kids.
Yeah.
And if you're watching, you're like, this is fun.
And the CGI, like in the trailer, I thought, oh god, this is looking pretty cheap, but it worked well with the film because it was supposed to be like a virtual reality. It wasn't supposed to be perfect, but it was supposed to be like fantasy. So I did really enjoy that. The only criticism I would have is that it took them 5 years to find that first clue, but then the next two, which was the silver and gold, which was supposed to be harder, took them like a couple of days.
20 minutes. Like,
so,
oh yeah, it's in this house.
I wish they just did in the scene, 10 years later or something like that, or something along the lines of that, because then
I might watch it again. I'm not pushed to watch it again, but when I watched it, I enjoyed it.
Annihilation,
very good.
Yep, I enjoyed that as well.
Why has it got such it's got a shit rating? Because it's smart.
Also, the way that released was weird. So in Europe, it was on Netflix, but over here, it was in the cinema.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works.
Which is the reverse, because the people in Europe wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Because it's smart and it's slow and it's like a horror.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want to see this in the cinema. And everyone over here is like, I'll watch on Netflix because I want to watch Black Panther or whatever.
Sure.
No shitting on Black Panther, but it's not the kind of movie that like fair is fair. America don't care about those kind of movies.
No, they don't. No, honestly, they don't.
Natalie Portman
Nice,
starring in
clever.
some like slow moving horror sci-fi weird things. Like, no,
Not that thing.
no.
Not that cup of tea.
Release that over in Germany though. Go nuts for it.
You said Mission Impossible. That was a good one.
Yeah, we're just racing through the year.
I still need to see A Quiet Place.
Right.
I've heard great things about it.
Yeah.
I've got it upstairs in 4K. Might watch it. Might
Again,
watch it soon.
it's one of those. It's not a bad. It's like Spielberg again. It's like it's not going to change the genre.
Yeah.
But it's a very well done in its field.
Yeah. Is it a horror film?
Yes.
It is a horror film.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I wasn't sure kind of what category it was going in. So.
Yeah.
Venom. I'm not sure about Venom.
Saw the first trailer. Haven't seen the second one.
The
Don't
second
care.
one is a lot better, but it still looks very kind of strange to me.
I'm just messed up as like what's going on.
Yeah.
Because it like he's in the MCU. Spider-Man might be in it.
Yeah,
or not
yeah.
in it. But then they're gonna have spin-offs with the Sinister Six, and I'm like,
Where are
it
they going?
just sounds
with
like
this?
Sony screwing things up.
Personally, I never really liked what Sony did with Spider-Man, like when they were doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I know the new Marvel one's great. I know it's Sony's helping them, so that's
Sony
why
can't make good movies.
that's why I don't really have faith in Venom, because I just think they're going to
'Cause
do
Sony will-
a similar thing.
Yeah.
So hopefully it surprises me. Robin Hood, personally, hated the trailer. I do.
That was like the cool Robin Hood.
It was like,
wasn't it?
yeah, slow mo, and then
Yeah.
I think the thing that really bothers me is Jamie Foxx being like the the guy training him or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It just bothers me because he's like Jamie Foxx was in Miami Vice,
Yeah.
and now he's playing like
He doesn't come across as like he could exist in that world.
I don't. Yeah, I personally just don't see it. I hope it's good because I actually really enjoyed the last one, which was done by it was Guy Ritchie,
Scott,
wasn't it?
Ridley. Oh, you're thinking of No,
Was it
Ridley
Guy
Scott
Ritchie?
did.
No, Ridley Scott. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to say
with
Guy
Russell
Ritchie.
Crowe.
Yeah, yeah.
You're thinking of the stupid King Arthur one.
Yeah, yeah,
I still
yeah.
haven't seen that one.
Have you not seen that? Yeah.
But actually, that's another one we should put on the list. King Arthur, because I haven't seen it, but apparently it's crap.
Yes.
And then the one you definitely wanted to do was Pacific Rim 2.
Oh yes, yeah, that one bombed. I actually just deleted it off my hard drive the other day, but I will download
pretty
it
bad.
just to have the rant.
We'll be back. We're going to do
so-
more commentaries. We know you guys like watching movies, but kind of also like us talking over them.
Yeah.
Because you're weird. The Predator. I'm excited for that
I'm
one.
excited to watch that. Apparently, a Red Band trailer just dropped for that like yesterday.
Oh,
But
check that
it
out.
looked like it might show a lot of it, but I don't really care. It's Predator, you know. I still haven't seen a new Tomb Raider. I've heard
Don't want to see it.
average film, nothing
Yeah.
crazy.
Not interested.
I did watch Ocean's 8 yesterday.
Right.
Have you seen it?
No.
It's actually pretty good. Like, I mean, it's exactly like the other Ocean
Right.
films, but with women.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen kind of a bank heist or whatever in a while, so it's got the same kind of music and cut, you know, like the editing and cuts and stuff. So I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
It could have been better. Though I won't talk about it until you've seen it. But there was a few moments where I was like, they could have easily just improved that if they did this, this, and this. But enjoyable.
Yeah. It's a
Enjoyable.
middle of the road remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a good watch. You don't have to do a cinema, but go and get it on DVD.
That's one I
This
really
looks
want.
incredible.
Yeah.
I believe it's out Christmas Day, and what we're talking about is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I don't really know anything about it. All I know is it looks incredible from an art direction point of view. It looks
Yes.
sick. But yeah, I think it's out Christmas Day. Do you know much about it?
It's basically the Spider-Verse is like it sounds. It's a multiverse Spider-Man.
Yeah,
So they're going to do Spider-Man from across the thing. And I don't know exactly which ones they're picking or not picking, or they're making new ones.
yeah,
But the talk was like you could just do that with the movies too. Like Strange opens dimensions, and you can have like Andrew Garfield back or whatever. You could have like Venom Spider-Man. It'd be like cool. But this is what that is. It's got the Miles Morales, who's like the new Spider-Man, and it's got Peter Parker Spider-Man. It's got a different world Spider-Man,
Yeah.
and maybe a Venom Spider-Man. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
yeah,
It looks great. Like as an animation,
Oh, yeah.
we were talking earlier with DC's animation has always been great, and Marvel just haven't done anything. I think this is them stepping up, being like, okay, we can start doing this
big
too.
time. Like honestly, go and just watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse trailer, and then you'll be sold just through the way it looks and
Yeah.
it's shot and stuff.
And
Like,
even just look at the cast on that, who they've got for voices. Like they're top level people. They got Haley Steinfeld, Nicolas Cage, Jake Johnson, Liev Schreiber.
Nicolas Cage, huh?
Yeah, they're just going for like good names, so you're
Nice.
easily recognizable. But I think it could be
Interesting
awesome.
they're doing Christmas Day. I think Jumanji was Christmas Day as well. Like, is there an advantage to having Christmas Day?
It used to be no, and then I think it was Lord of the Rings did it.
Oh yeah.
Because it was like they're looking for a place in the market where they could do it, and then it blew up, and now everyone's like, oh yeah, Christmas Day when everybody's got nothing to do.
I guess so, yeah. Movies. And I know sometimes people do it before the new year, or at least in the new year before award season. But I mean, these films. Actually, I think animation is part of.
There's best animated.
Yeah, so this one could be on it because I think it's CG.
I think they should just give it to Pixar. Just call it the best Pixar award.
Most of that is. Most of the films I've seen. Oh, I did watch Rampage.
I want to see this though. First Man.
Oh, First Man, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's your face from
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, yeah.
And Damien Chazelle, the guy who did La La Land.
Oh, sweet.
I don't think it's a musical.
It better not be. Not be.
But like he also did Whiplash, which is great.
That was a very good film, yeah.
But it's about NASA and space and all that, so I love that crap.
Yeah. It's my favorite. I didn't know that was a 2018.
I think it's coming out in November.
We're just looking on IMDb here. It's got a bloody review right now. Well, not a review, but
5
I don't know why it's got a rating.
I don't know it's got a rating.
It's just people that it's probably people that don't believe we've landed on the moon.
Yeah, it's at the Venice Festival and it was 5 stars. Everyone's saying it's amazing.
I did. I was wondering. This is on my list. I haven't seen it, but so Hereditary. I've been hearing a lot of things. It got super hyped up for being like the scariest movie and stuff. Yeah, and also, did you hear that it got played during the trailers at like a kids movie in Australia?
Really?
Yeah. Someone. What was it? It was like Winnie the Pooh or something was playing or something. And during the beginning of the movie, this came on in the cinema, and all the parents were like, what the heck's going on? So I'm not even sure if it turned off in time. I think the whole trailer
probably got
played,
a bit, yeah.
And then Winnie the Pooh came on, and they were like, "What the fuck?" But what did you think of it?
It's not the scariest movie of all time, but I'm desensitized to horror movies.
Yeah.
It is very original, but it's also not. I just say it's a weird film. Okay. It's good though. Like if you walk out of that and you think, it'll at least keep your brain open. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, there's moments where you're just laughing at it because it's silly. Because, like, that's stupid. Then you're laughing at it because you're nervous. And then there's, like, weird moments where you're just like, I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, wow.
But I walked out and I'm like, I don't know if I like it or don't like it. Which, to me, is a good sign.
Yeah, usually with films like that, you kind of have, after a couple of weeks, you've thought about it. And you're like, I actually want to watch that again.
I would watch it again.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Interesting.
But it's not horror in the kind of like you're sitting there going, what's going to happen? Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's horror in these things like things will happen, and like the way this movie shows those kind of like events is it just stays on them, and it doesn't cut, and it doesn't do fast music, and you're just kind of like left with these like really awkward, horrible things, and like that on its own kind of gets to you.
Nice.
But it never gets to the point of like dun 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 dun. Over the top mentalness until like maybe the end.
Interesting.
But I definitely watch it because it does.
I'll add it to the list.
It's definitely like, what's going on? Okay, I like it. I don't know if I like it. It's weird. It's what a horror should be. It makes you feel uncomfortable.
I don't know her name, the actress in it, the main actress. Though.
Toni Collette.
She's got kind of she's got a vibe to her, which I think she can pull off a movie like that as well. So
she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's a great actor. So.
And Gabriel Byrne's in it. Old Irish fella.
Good old Gabriel. Equalizer 2. Here's an interesting fact, which stumps everyone. Equalizer 2 is Denzel Washington's only ever sequel. He's never made a sequel before.
Wow. That is a hell of a fucking trivia fact there.
I was like, no, come on.
You're like, no, he did what? And Hunter Cover?
And it just says to me, unfortunately, in a bad way, it's like they must have just thrown a bucket of money to him because... It looks okay. It doesn't look anything amazing. It looks exactly like the first one.
Yeah, it looks like
I enjoyed the first one because I just feel like he's doing basically what Liam Neeson did. You know, everyone likes like a person, an older guy kicking the shit out of someone, kind of like a John Wick. John Wick 3's coming out.
It's the credibility of it. Like, they're tough, and you know they're tough.
Totally.
And they've like earned their like hardcore thing. It's not like getting I don't know. No disrespect, but like John Cena or whatever.
Of course, yeah.
It's like, he's a big muscly dude. But it's like when you get to that age and you've done so many movies, and you're so like got this aura.
Yeah.
It's just like, if this guy was out there kicking ass, it'd be awesome.
Which kind of leads me on to the rumors of, and I would love to see it, is Idris Elba being 007.
Yes.
And
I
I
think
kind of
it'll
see,
happen.
I kind of see that a little bit like people want to see rugged. Obviously, he's not super famous, but he is pretty famous. But they want to see old rugged. They don't want to see slick young.
They never want like super famous for Bond anyway.
No, they don't, which is good because I remember Daniel Craig said he never really wanted to be Bond because he knew it would like typecast him.
It makes
almost,
him Bond.
You know?
Yeah. Once you're Bond, that's it.
I think Idris Elba's kind of done his thing, and I think he'd love to be Bond, but he never thought anyone would want to see him as Bond. But now, recently, there's been a lot more talk about it.
We already bitched about it earlier in the podcast about how Disney were dropping James Gunn because everyone's complaining. I think this is going to be one of the positive flips of that because Idris didn't get it years ago because he was black and he's like too street. I think that's what
something
Sony said.
like that.
It was in the emails that leaked. It was basically he's a black guy. We don't want him.
Yeah,
but.
They saw him in The Wire.
I think what's happening now is because of that kind of like undercurrent, and now it's like everybody should get a shot. They'll give it to him.
Yeah, and I personally would love to see it, and it would be like these Liam Neeson kind of equalizers where you're like, he's gonna rough someone up.
But what I should say is, I don't want him to get it because he's black. I wanted to get it because he's Idris Elba.
Of course,
and it's going to be a great Bond.
But he can totally do the whole
he can do everything.
martini thing, you know? But then I can see him just like literally smashing someone's face in.
Yes,
but you know,
he could definitely keep that Craig Bond going.
I can see him doing that, and then he'll just walk around, but he'll have his suit jacket on, and he'll just like with the collar, and then walk back in the room, and everyone's like, "Oh, hello, Mr. Bond," you know. But he's just smashed someone's face into the toilet. So I really hope that kind of comes about. Creed 2, excited just because of Drago, just to see them all in it. I personally really like Creed, so Creed 2.
Creed was really well done.
I hope
and then
this
he went
one
off
comes
and made
through.
Black Panther. So
yeah, I know.
That's
so
the only thing about this that
roll.
not that I don't like, but I'm worried about is that it's not the same director.
Right. So it might differ. It might change.
But hopefully it'll stay good.
I think they're on the right track of using Drago and stuff. There's not much else you can do. Like he can fight obviously someone just random, but having it Ivan Drago's cousin or son or whatever. I think.
Well,
they
definitely update. Like Creed it's a good movie. It has Rocky in it, but it's not like over the top goofy Rocky 5.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is going to be like stupid Rocky 4 kind of thing.
I hope
it's going to have a lot more grit to it, I think.
And we don't really know the fighter. I think he's a UFC guy or something like that, or he is a boxer, but at least it's not like someone famous, you know, and you're just like, oh, he's fighting, whatever. And in the original Creed, the boxer he was fighting was a real boxer. I didn't know him at the time, but his
Tony Bellew.
Tony Bellew, who is actually kicking ass right now in the real.
He's still
sport.
Fighting, yeah.
He's got one more fight.
I saw his last one.
So
it's a great fight.
So hopefully, I like that they chose that. Like that's how much detail they want to go into. They want to make sure these guys know how to box. So and they actually just used a real boxer.
Yes.
So,
not excited at all.
Bumblebee, don't care.
You're just showing me a list of things that
I'm just kind of scrolling through a list here, guys, just because it's been a while. So we're just looking at big films of 2018, basically.
Here's your favorite right there.
Pacific Rim Uprising. We're going to do a rant about it because I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed to watch it. Everything about it was horrible. Idris is in the first one. He's mentioned in this one, but it's just,
Oh, yeah, because he didn't come back. They got Star Trek dude. Or Star Wars dude.
Yes, they did, yeah.
Star Trek dude. I can't believe I made that mistake. First episode back.
I mean, I guess we got to talk about, with Star Trek, Jean-Luc Picard is back in the game. Super, super looking forward to that. However, I question what's happening with Discovery.
Then it gets thrown. I still haven't watched Discovery past their mid.
Ever since you kind of had your little rant about it, like on one of our podcasts, like I'm finding it hard to see through it because you mentioned if you took the badges off them, it's not Star Trek, it's just a sci-fi show, and I can kind of see that now a little.
But now they're bringing in Spock.
They are.
They're bringing in the Enterprise.
Yeah.
With Pike as the captain.
But
Spock.
Jean-Luc Picard, it's not Discovery; it's his own thing, isn't it? Or is he going?
They're talking about it's going to be its own thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But then they might be like, time travel, whatever.
Yeah, and then also William Shatner has said that he's interested as well. I know he's dead in the films, but maybe.
But he's not dead in Discovery.
True. Okay. Yeah. So, but I can see him maybe being like a hologram or something in one of them. But yeah, that'll be interesting.
But the other talk with Star Trek, if you've noticed or not noticed, paid attention, seen it, found it in a small clipping somewhere, is the fourth movie's on hold.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Because apparently it's supposed to be Hemsworth is coming back as Kirk's dad.
I did hear that, yeah.
So the two Chris's, there was some like financial thing. They weren't getting enough money, or they couldn't reach enough money, or they were like, I don't know. All I know is it's a bunch of millionaires complaining about dollars. So I'm like, I don't care. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
I'm sure they'll work it out, but it is, when you really boil it down, it's just like, oh, he's getting paid another $300,000 of me. It's just like, this is ridiculous. You've already got $1 million on.
You're already millionaires. Beautiful, handsome millionaires.
Yeah.
I want to see that, Black Klansman.
I don't know anything about that one.
It's Spike Lee. It's a true story of a black cop who infiltrated the KKK.
Oh, shit.
But he did it through a white cop who's Brody, Adam Driver, the guy from Star Wars.
Oh, wow.
So the black guy would call them up on the phone, and he'd be doing all that background, like, hey, I want to get part of it. And then whenever he had to meet someone in person, he'd send Adam Driver off.
Oh, that's funny.
So it's supposed to be a comedy drama, Spike Lee. So
look out. Is it out or coming out?
It's out. Yeah, I think it's out on DVD now soon too.
Oh, very cool.
What else we got?
Red Sparrow wasn't. I heard it wasn't very good.
Game Night's good.
Game Night's a fun little watch.
Yes.
It's got our friend from. He's in Battleship, but he's also in Friday Night Lights, and he's also in Black Mirror, the VR episode.
He's actually nominated for an Emmy.
Man,
I can't remember his name.
He's great as well. I can't remember his name either.
Jesse Plemons.
Yes, there we go. And he's great in Game Night.
Yeah.
He's fantastic in that VR episode of
that's the one he's
Black
nominated. He's
Mirror.
nominated for an Emmy for that.
I 100% should be.
Netflix has now broken this. I think it was like 15 years. HBO has always gotten the most nominations.
Oh yeah.
Netflix now is the most nominations.
Wow.
It's like 117.
Man, they're just on it. They're just doing original shows. They're still signing, like this month Black Panther comes to it, and a bunch of other ones. Though when Disney come out next year with their service, they've said they're pulling everything. Apart from
so they're going to take all the Marvel stuff?
They're taking all the movies and stuff.
Right.
But Luke Cage and Defenders, that's still on there because Netflix helped them make them, because those are technically theirs, just in conjunction. But Thor, Black Panther.
I'm glad those billionaires could work that out. Yeah, Disney and Netflix.
Mortal Engines, is that the one where I'm just trying to think, where the cities are on wheels? I don't know if you've seen the trailer, but it looks bloody nuts. It's like in the future.
I like the idea.
Yeah, there's like London is on wheels.
Yeah, that's it. Mortal Engines.
Yeah, it sounds pretty crazy. Post-apocalyptic and all that lot. So,
oh great! Let's watch an ad. Al.
Let's just watch an ad before it comes up. But yeah, that one looks interesting. I won't bore you with it. But
actually, talking of YouTube, I've heard some rumors about YouTube's algorithms.
Yeah,
are apparently going to change, or not the algorithm, their platform, so that now you're not going to be able to skip ads.
Yeah, I think they're going to be shorter, but you can't skip them or something like that. So,
which is okay, I guess, because you're tuning in for us. It's like an hour, 2 hours of bullshit. So it's like, you can put up with 30 seconds or 40 seconds.
Yeah.
But like, if you're going to YouTube because you're like, how to fix a drain pipe,
you
need like a 30-second video.
Yeah.
You're not watching a fucking 3-minute ad about financial investments.
No, I know.
And that's the other thing. I hope, like, we haven't been on YouTube in fairness, but now that we're getting back into it, I really want to start seeing some sort of connection between our channel and who's advertising on our channel. Like, we don't control who the hell's watching whatever came before this. It could be anything.
Yeah.
But if at least we could control it or have some say in it, then people who are tuning in for us would be like, oh yeah, someone who's tuning in for us would probably like to know there's a brand new season of Westworld. That's a good ad to put in front of our show.
Yeah, instead of TD credit card.
Yeah,
or whatever.
No one cares about that.
Yeah.
So I think YouTube has to change that as well. They can't just like make the ads shorter and make you have to watch them.
Yeah.
Guys who are making videos about, the brand new Spider-Man game, they don't have a fan base that gives a crap about the new Toyota Yaris.
Yeah.
Like, you're not selling anybody. Like, it doesn't help anybody because it annoys the people who are watching because they're like, why am I watching an ad for a car I don't care about? It annoys the people who are trying to make a video because their subscribers like, why are we watching this thing?
Yeah.
Subscribers getting pissed. And then the guys who are like paying for the ad, no one's clicking on it. No one is going to go and buy a car because they're not in the headspace of like, that's something I'm interested in.
Technically, because we've got when we set up our podcast, we say like we're entertainment, we're movies, whatever. It should at least pull from a list and go like, this is this region, this is like the entertainment.
You pick what category you're in.
Yeah. We don't have any say on it, but yeah, it would be interesting to see what ads pop up. But there's also the whole listening. You know, I know the phones, like our phones are listening to us right now.
Oh,
so
I
I'm
know
sure
my
it's
phone's
gonna pop up with
Toyota Yaris.
So yeah, exactly that, and probably for you guys. But
sorry guys.
So I wonder if they're implementing things like that. Are people actually halfway through this podcast going to see a Toyota Yaris advert?
Like I know that there's definitely the algorithms. Like they pick the different section, and this person does this, and you know you're searching for that, and it's going to try and tailor it to people because it's all about just Minority Report scanning your eye, giving you what you want. But it's like YouTube are kind of like hitting this stupid, weird nexus point or whatever. Or not like a funnel of like they're trying to get money, but they're not helping the creators, and that's why people go to YouTube. Yeah. Like, what are you doing at the end of the day? All you're gonna have is like all these people willing to pay for ads, but no videos to put them in front of. And I'm not saying we're making like ground changing millions of people watching our shit, but me and you are making something. We're putting on YouTube. That's all YouTube is. Like the business guys said, we can put ads on it. It's great. It's like. But if you don't help the people to keep making videos, they're just going to create a new platform and go there. Yeah. Because that's what happened with Twitch.
Well, Twitch is definitely kind of taking some of their revenue away, for sure. Because even though that's mainly for games and stuff, like, did you hear about the boxing match with Paul Logan, whatever, the big YouTuber? Yeah. So he's having a boxing match against, I think it was some rapper or something. He might have been on YouTube as well, but he's a big YouTuber. He's one of the biggest YouTubers, and he was having a boxing match, and it was being streamed on YouTube, but I think YouTube were charging like $5 or something. Right. And then Twitch was just like, well, we'll just stream it for free. Yeah. And then everyone watched it on Twitch instead of YouTube, and it was a bloody YouTube sponsored thing because he was a YouTuber. Yes. But so that was a big shock to YouTube because everyone's like, we're not watching it on your platform where it's sponsored. We'll watch it on Twitch because of this. I mean, mainly, I guess, because it was free, but also loads of feeds started coming in. So people are using Twitch for other things now. But Twitch is huge as gaming gets bigger as well. They're definitely starting to take some of their revenue away. And then with YouTube kind of making mistakes, like what you're saying with the ads and things like that, they've got to watch what they do because obviously they're huge, but all these little things will take away.
They're only huge because, like, that's the thing with the internet. Is like, oh yeah, it's a big company. It's like it's not. It's just an algorithm.
It doesn't take much to
It's just a coder. Yeah. And a server. Every single website in the world is a code and a server.
Well, yeah.
That's it. And like even Google, and we're all like, Google's the greatest thing, and Google will be here forever. It's like, maybe not. Yeah. Maybe one day someone will write a better code.
Of course. Well, it's like. I guess like MySpace when that started.
Yeah, MySpace. Oh, everyone's on MySpace. Everyone's on Bebo.
Yeah, all of these.
Bebo, or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
the Irish one. Everyone was on.
Yeah,
Bebo.
Yeah.
It's like now it's Facebook.
Yeah. Things
and
don't
now
last
everyone's
forever.
on Facebook. Like Facebook sucks.
Well, Facebook started as it was supposed to just be the clean. This is what you're going to see, and now it's just like advert all over the place, and I don't know. Just like it's a bit of a mess now. But privacy is a whole other thing as well.
That's a whole different issue.
But yeah, so that kind of covers the movies, just for the last 6 months or whatever. We've seen some of them.
You're welcome. You now know every movie that's come out.
I'm sure we missed a few here and there, but
we missed a bunch of them.
I'm glad we focused on Infinity War. So we're just going through a little list, but we're down to like number 75. Pretty much anything below that is going to be
you're not getting much
scrapings. Yeah, do you want to do some gaming or something? Talk
about gaming.
Because we missed E3.
Yes, that's true.
Because E3 happened. A couple of things off the top is Fortnite is just bloody blown up, hasn't it? It's gone everywhere. Like Fortnite is completely and utterly taken over PUBG. Even though PUBG is still very popular.
I still haven't played the PUBG I got with my Xbox.
You've got it with that, yeah. Technically, I can't play with you, but I use an Xbox controller on my PC now. Right. But I can't play in your servers yet. But I'd probably get owned anyway if everyone's using a mouse. But I just wanted to talk about Fortnite because this year basically Fortnite has just absolutely gone insane. Like even at the World Cup, the celebrations were Fortnite dances. There is Fortnite dance classes now in Toronto. You can like learn that stuff. And in the new FIFA 19, there's going to be DLC where they dance like Fortnite people. That's how crazy it's got. Personally, I don't really like Fortnite because I have played it, but only like an hour. I don't like the art styles too much, and I don't like the fact that you can build. I like Fortnite, PUBG because it's realistic, and it's just like I love the fact that you could play for 40 minutes or half an hour and not see anyone. It's the tense moments that I like. Whereas Fortnite, it's arcadey. You'll see someone within like 3 or 4 minutes. You can build like staircase up into the sky. You can, obviously people are loving it, but they're doing a really good job of like marketing, and also it's kind of story based as well. Because when you log in, it will tell you. It'll be like, oh, there's a meteor coming down, and everyone in the game can see a meteor, and it might take a week, and everyone logs in and sees where it is, and by the end of the week it smashes in the ground and the whole level changes, and then maybe like something comes out of it, and if you collect it in time, it gives you like better weapons and stuff. So every kind of week to a month. Right now, what's quite cool is it's just a massive purple cube in the level, and no one knows what it does, and it's just pulsating right now. And every day something happens to it, and then people are like, you could just see people going up to it, or trying to unlock an Easter egg. So that part of it is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, they got some. That's pretty sweet. That's got a great like community building to it, because everyone's like, did you see the egg? See the box? It's like, oh yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, and you could just, that one time that you're playing, it could open up, and you're like, oh, I was there, and people are twitching all the time, so if you to capture that on Twitch, it's like the opening or whatever, everyone's like, oh Jesus, log in or whatever. So
it's changed shape. It's a triangle. It's a pyramid.
They could just play around with them. But with PUBG and with Fortnite, the big thing this year is like Battle Royale. So what was it, Black Ops, COD, they've got their own version instead of Battlefield. So I do have the trailer. Have you seen any of this?
I haven't seen
I'll play the trailer for you for both of them. Personally,
I wonder what ad's going to come up.
So, what ad will come up. So I'm just going to play, this is muted, but so Paul can see it, but this is Call of Duty's Battle Royale. Yep. So Call of Duty for the first time, there's going to be helicopters
Should I narrate?
And stuff.
Do people care if I narrate?
You can.
No, you guys can just watch it. You've seen it. You're grown men. You're on YouTube right now. Open another window.
Just a nice little teaser.
That's a new thing in trailers where they show like a quick brief before the trailer now. It's like a trailer for the trailer.
Trailer for the trailer. And also what they like to do is those little flashes, and then people have paused it and you can see things in the flash of like extra levels and stuff. So now it's playing it in slow motion because they want to review it. So, but Black Ops for Call of Duty,
it's not going to look like this though. That's not in game.
Yeah, that's in game. But so everyone's wondering, this is the big thing, and we're going to find out on the 10th. That's when a beta comes out.
Right.
Is it 100 people? Because Call of Duty right now struggles with like 12 because it's 6v6 on a small map. So everyone's like, so this is the biggest map. It's about the size of Fortnite's map. And what they're doing, which is kind of cool, so it's a big map, and there's bases across the map, but each of those bases are levels from all the Call of Duties. So you might have a level that was in multiplayer.
The coders don't have to create a new thing.
Basically,
so let's just pull that from Black Ops.
So everyone's wondering, how is it going to run? Because it's like Call of Duty don't usually do stuff like that.
One base was its own thing in previous things, and that could only run so many people. Yeah.
The only thing I would say is the Call of Duty this year doesn't have a single player. So instead of a single player, maybe they've focused all their efforts on this and they've optimized it and whatever. So it could potentially be pretty sweet. And the one other unique thing about it is so Call of Duty is quite popular for zombies. They got that zombie mode. People have spotted zombies in this. So you could be in a level and a zombie might walk up to you. So that kind of is a new dynamic. You can imagine going into a house and you think, all right, I'm all safe here, I'll hide out, but then a zombie comes and you have to shoot him. So if you shoot him, you've let your position off.
Didn't we ever talk about that? I had a video game and it was based around that. Damn, Call of Duty stole it.
What was it?
Basically it wasn't like 100 people playing thing, but it was a multiplayer online game where you can either join other people or not, and it was because there was like a zombie horde.
I think I remember you saying
there was
something
like I pictured it as kind of like you're on a team and you have to like get a prize, like a flag or whatever.
Yeah.
But as the game goes on, like more and more zombies come up, and you have to decide: do you want to finish out
Yeah.
the time limit, like finish the level and get the points for just surviving, or do you want to like go on your own and try and do it? And there's this constant. You can just shoot the guy in the back at any point.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember you saying that now.
It's almost as good as our other game, Wrench.
Oh, good old Wrench, the space simulator.
So, I see what they're doing.
So what they do is they pause. There's like during the trailer, there's a moment where like static comes up and there's images and people have been analyzing it. So we'll find out soon enough. But it's got helicopters, it's got land, sea.
It's on Xbox and PlayStation.
It's going to be on PC as well.
Okay.
So I've actually pre-ordered it on PS4 because I kind of felt like playing with a controller and being on a level playing field.
Well, then I'll get it on PS4.
So yeah,
hopefully
we'll
we can play this one on like our Star Wars Battlefront.
That was just the shambles. That's completely.
So yeah, if they're paying attention, they're gonna do what PUBG did. And be like, oh, you can get a team, you can hang out, partners.
They've confirmed all the teams and stuff. It's just the one thing everyone's saying is if it's not 100 people are saying like maybe it's a showstopper because you want to land and you want to have enough people. Say if it was 50, but you're still on a big island, it's like is it the same? We're only 50 people.
Yeah.
So
you definitely need 100 people for something huge.
Yeah, and apparently it's going to be big. But
because like you said, like PUBG has got 100 people, but you go 40 minutes and not see anybody.
I know, yeah, but the map will be smaller in here. So,
but that's what I mean. Like their whole game is going to be based around the Black Ops, Call of Duty dynamic.
Yeah.
But that's not going to work on a giant thing.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. They've got vehicles now, but yeah, it'll be interesting. But this is where it kind of compares to Battlefield have announced their Royale as well, and Battlefield are like known for their big levels, so they're going to probably own it. But
well, Battlefield are famous for the name. It's Battlefield. It's like you can get in the plane, massive, and you can get in a tank, and you can do this.
Where's the?
I'd be more excited for Battlefield.
This is the thing I got to be excited about Battlefield Royale. This is
Battlefield
kind of like
Royale.
Just playing. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. This is just kind of the single player. They're just showing you like multiplayer here, but then
We're looking at those good old World War II stuff.
This is the teaser for their Battle Royale. So this is called a blue circle that comes in. It's flames, and it just burns everything.
Oh, perfect.
So we're watching the trailer for that. So we can see there's tanks in it, but now we can see a soldier's kind of like in distress because there's flames everywhere.
He's lost his wallet. He doesn't know where it is.
So right at the end, you get to see all the flames are coming in and the village is taken over, and there's a guy on top of like some kind of post there, and he's going to jump off. But having it as like just burning, and you can probably, I guess, if you get set on fire, you can probably just hear people like, there's no more in like PUBG hiding.
Yeah,
in
the
the
little
circle.
blue thing, be like, okay, I can hide this out for like 30 seconds and then move along.
And the interesting thing as well is everything around outside of that circle is just burnt to a crisp. So if you were to stay on the line, which people do in PUBG, if you were to do that, you can kind of look out there and it's just desolate, broken, burnt.
Nice.
So I think that could be super cool as well.
There is no vehicles in that except the tanks. So I don't think they'll have airplanes because that'd be pointless.
Probably not. No.
Tanks, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting. So Battle Royale is just like a big thing.
We should hook up our Twitch a little bit more often.
Yeah, we gotta do. I mean, you got an Xbox One now.
I got an Xbox One now. Yeah.
Xbox One X.
Xbox One X2B3 Scorpio Edition.
Those names.
Just give it a name, you dicks.
Just do
Xbox One X S XEG. Fuck.
Have you played it much?
I've played the Shadow of Mordor.
Oh yeah.
Shadow of War.
Yeah, that must look good.
It looks really good. Yeah. I got sucked into that, and then I'm gonna probably get the Red Dead on the Xbox.
Yeah,
out of tradition.
Yeah.
But I'll get Battlefield, and I'll get I don't know if I'll get Call of Duty. I'll get it because you're getting it. Because you pressured me into it.
I've already got it, but I'll let you know kind of how it is. I'll let you guys know on the podcast as well. I pre-ordered it, so
I'll get it because that way we can at least tell them what it's like.
Yeah.
So you pre-order it, you get the beta, and then it comes out.
And it comes in October. Battlefield just got delayed 2 days ago till November, which I'm glad because there's too many games.
Too many games. There's too many movies.
Spider-Man next week. Next week.
Is it?
For PlayStation. Yeah.
Fuck.
So, but I
thought I had to like next year for that one.
No, that's 7th of September.
Balls. I gotta get that.
7th of September. So,
oh no. So I gotta get Spider-Man and I gotta get Call of Duty.
Still haven't played God
I got
of War.
movies to watch, Al. I got a life. I got movies to watch. I haven't watched Luke Cage yet.
So many good things. I'll just quickly go over E3 and kind of what was awesome for everyone, like for Xbox and PS4. But PS4 for E3, they showed off Spider-Man, which is out next week. Now that game looks sick. It's done by a studio that
Is it
did.
okay? Does it need medication?
It's very, very ill.
Yeah,
very
probably
ill.
needs a band-aid.
Needs
Probably
some
fell
pills.
off a cliff.
It's done by a really good studio, so the reviews should be out tomorrow.
Do you ever think that, like, in 20 years, your kid's going to listen to this and be like, God damn it, Dad, I hate you.
I'm ashamed of you.
Yeah.
So, he's already saying it now.
He's saying it now, it's
can't-
true.
He's just mumbling it.
Yeah,
so.
we can't understand him saying it, but he's looking at you, I hate you.
He's just like, bloody YouTube algorithms.
It's like, I have to live with this. I have to live with this in school every day, Dad.
He's probably not going to listen to this on YouTube. It's going to be down, gone.
YouTube. You used to work on that old piece of crap.
Yeah.
I
It's like
remember when
the
they used to-
Atari.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. There was another one called Ghost of Tsushima, which is like a Japanese samurai kind of game.
I like it.
So that's kind of cool. You play from behind a character like Spider-Man as well. The funny thing is, every game that Sony showed, they only showed 4 games at E3 at their big conference, and all the games were incredible, but they were all play from behind the character. They all kind of not looked the same, but felt the same. So there was that one. There was The Last of Us 2, which is like super awesome, very done by Naughty Dog, but you play from behind the character. And then the last one was Death Stranding, which is done by the guy that does Metal Gear Solid.
Oh.
And the main character to that is Norman Reedus. So I'll just play a couple.
He's doing the voice for it.
Yeah, so I'll show you a couple of the trailers and I'll just talk through a few.
That's all
of
you
the
guys
little
came here
things,
for,
so.
right? Me watching stuff. Wait, go up. What was that
What's
one?
that? This one?
Oh, no, I thought that was Star Fox.
It's
like Star Fox.
kind of a Star Fox is going to be in a different game, Starlink.
Oh, Star Fox
So-
on Nintendo Switch. Right.
But this is kind of like just a little.
Ghost of
I'll just
Tsushima.
skim through it. But basically, Ghost of Tsushima is like this samurai game where you play from behind. Super nice visuals. Like
Nice.
the guys for PS4, they've got it down now. Like God of War looked awesome. Spider-Man looks great.
Did you ever finish that?
No, I got about halfway through. I need to continue. I had a dilemma. I was like, do I trade in this for Spider-Man? Or do I, but no, I need to
You gotta
finish it. I
finish
need to
it.
finish it. So I'm going to keep it and get through it. It's just finding the time to do it because I'm playing like 3 other games right now. But yeah, this is kind of cool. Like a nice samurai one. It's done by the guys that did...
Better get this right or they're
yeah,
going
I'm
to sue you.
trying to think of the name now.
Grand Theft Auto.
No, it came
I'm
out
going to
with the
say
PS4.
Grand Theft Auto. Screw it. They
So-
can sue me.
It's done by a famous studio anyway. So that one's kind of cool. But yeah,
Wait. Go down one. What the hell is that?
Resident Evil 2 remake.
They're
So
remaking games now.
they're remaking games all the time, man. So,
Oh, my God.
but this was a big one at the show. A lot of people enjoyed this because like just redoing the graphics. and-
Resident Evil 2 is one of my all-time favorites.
yeah, they're really good.
I never
so-
completed it. Maybe I should get this and complete it.
So
Give it
many
a
things.
little thanks to my 15-year-old self.
And then Death Stranding, that was the one I was telling you about. You play from behind a character. No one still really knows what this is about, but they know it's set in Iceland, and people were just calling it the Iceland Walking Simulator. But looks super cool. Done
Got
by
a futuristic look to it.
yeah,
It's
it's
sci-fi game. Yeah.
definitely like really sci-fi. So, but anyway, Sony only had to show off 4 games. Everyone was blown away by all of them. So they had a good showing. I think people were expecting a bit more of a conference. They just showed 10 minutes of this and 10 minutes of Spider-Man and 10 minutes. But they're so big now that I think that's
Yeah, it was
almost
like,
all they had
we're
to
really
do.
good at this, so it doesn't matter.
So, but they had a good show. PS4 has sold 85 million PS4s.
Yeah, they don't care.
Just to
They
put
don't
it
need-
into-
they don't need an expo anymore. Like,
Put it into perspective, it's been out for almost half the time as PS3, and PS3 sold 100. So it's almost up to there in half of its life cycle. Xbox, they had a couple of things. What did they have? Gears of War 5 got announced, which is, I guess, is cool. People like Gears of
it's
War.
not exciting. You want something new.
Halo Infinite, a new Halo.
Not
Everyone
exciting.
was expecting it. And then a couple of other, like, they bought a lot of studios, so they're going to have games in the future. So they basically acquired 5 studios, and they said, okay, you're part of us now, and your game, when it comes out, is going to be exclusive.
Okay.
So they're doing exactly what I said about PS4. People want exclusives.
Yeah.
They're buying them for God of War and all that lot.
Like I've got, like I said, I have both consoles. I'm not showing off.
Yeah.
But I am. But I only use, apart from that one game, I only use the Xbox now because it plays 4K.
Yeah. But
like that's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Like, and I was at the store the other day, and I was like, I saw the Spider-Man thing, and I was like, oh yeah, Spider-Man's coming out, and that's only on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then there's like God of War had come out, and that's only on PlayStation. They had that there, like the box, and like Xbox doesn't have that. It doesn't have anything that makes you be like, I want an Xbox.
I know.
It's only because a nerd like me wants a 4K movie.
Yeah.
That's not enough for a machine.
It's like I was saying, in Japan.
That looks cool, by the way. We're watching The Last of Us.
Last of Us 2, incredible. Like, really nice storytelling, great graphics. But yeah, with the Xbox in Japan, it's actually marketed as a DVD player.
Really?
More than a game machine. So it's like, oh, do you want it? Because it's quite cheap, like the Xbox.
Oh yeah,
One
told me
X.
this. Yeah,
So it's like, hey,
yeah, it's a 4K player.
Yeah, it's a 4K player. But hats off to Xbox, because it plays Dolby Vision, it plays Dolby HDR and all that lot. It's got Dolby Atmos. The PS4 doesn't even have a 4K player. So
yeah,
but people are buying the PS4
for the games.
Yeah. So it's
which is what you want the Xbox to be bought for.
I know, yeah, that's the thing. But they're kind of, it's kind of half an entertainment studio now, so entertainment box.
Again, it's pretty bloody, this Last of Us 2, eh?
The Last of Us 2.
I still haven't played the first one, but this one looking pretty awesome.
Incredible, yeah, really, really good, really nice storytelling.
I could probably pick that up real cheap now, I guess.
What was quite cool as well was at the Sony E3 conference, they showed off this game, and when they showed off this game, they showed it in a tent, which was exactly the same tent at the beginning of the game in here with all the lights, all those lights. So they put people in the environment, and then for that Ghost of Tsushima, in like the studio they were sitting down in, there was like hay, and there was like they put all these wind sounds, and they had these leaves kind of floating. So they kind of put the audience in the environment. So yeah, E3 was fun. And then what was it? Switch as well. I think the big one for Switch was Smash Bros. Like, everyone loves Smash Bros. I never really got into it, but they announced it.
I've played it.
They announced it. It's got the most characters ever. It's got like, I don't know, 100 people or something. So that's going to be big. That's out in like October or November. So good on them. Or December the 9th, it just says here. So but overall, pretty fun. But yeah, a good E3, a fun one. Lots to see.
Well,
I
we
think
weren't there, but it was pretty good, I guess.
we didn't actually get to go, but yeah, for me, Battlefield 5. I've always been a Battlefield fan, so that was a big one.
You get like free shit at E3.
You get like one of those tote bags or whatever. But the thing is, to get into E3, I think it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So there's just a shitload of queues. Honestly, I think the only point in going to E3 is if you are press. And like, it's like, oh, we're going to be at this booth at 3:00.
Yeah.
So we'll play your game then.
Yeah, it's not
otherwise,
like Comic-Con where you're going to meet someone famous.
Well, technically, there's famous, I guess,
developers,
computer people.
Yeah.
But it is exactly like Comic-Con, where if you are going to do something like that, you're only going to... I'm going to go there. It's going to be the whole day. I'm going to see Norman Reedus. I'm going to buy like a little toy or whatever, and I'm going to line up for this. And you only get to do like 3 things.
Yeah, I guess the E3 is going to go down that route as well.
Yeah.
You're just going to have more celebs turning up, more booths with like...
Definitely,
meet the voice casts of so-and-so.
Yeah, and there's some famous, like, what was it? Mark Hamill's the Joker voice.
Joker, yeah.
I
know, like, in the world, there's a lot of...
Yeah. And a lot of the time they're
Nolan North is a big name. He's the Uncharted dude.
Yeah, totally. And they're... like celebrities and stuff play these games, so a lot of them like to like endorse them and things like that. So yeah, but yeah, overall, like I don't think I'd ever go to E3 just because of like how the queues would just be. It's
just on my mind because this weekend is Fan Expo here in Toronto.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And what is it? Back to the Future. Everyone from there.
The whole cast.
They're all there, which is kind of sweet.
That's today, this Sunday. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it was on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Because Thursday, as I was leaving, I started to see all like the costumes come in. Actually, it was such a mixed breed on Thursday. So, New Order were in town playing.
All right.
Ed Sheeran was in town.
Yeah.
And then Comic-Con, or Fan Expo. So I saw like the Assassin's Creed guy. Then I saw like kids because they were going to see Ed Sheeran, and then I saw like some kind of like older kind of rockier type people for New Order, and I was just like, and I didn't know any of those things were on.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is going on? I was like, really confused.
It was a weird party going down. You're like, what is happening?
And I saw the New Order T-shirt at one point, so I was like, okay, but I was like, kids are going to New Order, and I was like, nah, surely not. And then I saw like the Assassin's Creed guy, and I was like, Fan Expo, of course. And then suddenly it was like, Ed Sheeran as well.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get to it next year.
Yes, we'll
or
try
just
and
go San Diego. Screw it. Go all in.
Yeah, that's
but then
the
again,
biggest
I
one.
don't know how much fun you would have at that thing.
I've been to Fan
you're
Expo
not-
once.
Like if you're into it, it's like the thing to do.
Yeah.
But I'm always like more like I stand back from those kind of
No, I
things.
know. I don't think I'd go. I'll definitely go because of Troy now, but it won't be until for a while.
Yeah.
We're trying to think for Halloween what to dress him up as, and we've got maybe Mini Groot.
Oh, Mini Groot.
That could be quite cool because we've got him in the back of the car, like the little sticker. So.
I am Groot.
But
language.
But there's two standout games for. Well, there was one massive standout game for E3, and there's one standout game, I guess, for this year, which is Red Dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Personally, I'm not like a huge fan of Western.
You shut
and
your damn mouth.
And I didn't play the first one, but my brother is actually going to buy the game, and he's just going to borrow my PlayStation, and then he's like, you can just have the game after.
Yeah.
That's how bad he wants it.
Oh,
So
it's
he's like,
so good.
I don't want to buy the whole console just for one game. So he's like,
he's not a real
and
fan.
Well, he's done it in the past. He bought a PlayStation for GTA.
Yeah.
And I can understand that. When GTA
I'm
went...
going to buy it right now. I
when-
can't believe I haven't bought it already. Spider-Man's out too. I'm going to buy it too.
Well, I've got
And
the...
what's the other one we have? Call of Duty? God damn it.
Call of Duty. Hold off on Call of Duty. The only reason why I say is because I've been playing it so far and it's fun, but I want to see if they do their Battle Royale. If it's done properly, I'll give you a call and I'll be like, get it now. But if they don't, I'll be like, you can save yourself $80, you know?
Oh, 100.
So-
No. We meant 100 per day. It's 5 a go, 20 sets.
But, so Red Dead, that is going to be super fun. It's a horse simulator 2000, as my brother would say. But it does look incredible. A trailer dropped like a month ago, which showed off a lot of the single
I
player.
didn't even watch it. It's one of those things like, I'm buying it.
Did you play
You
the first one? I'm guessing?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember? I used to sit there, just play it for
I know.
hours.
I always remember the God of War, but I think I do remember
Red
that
Dead
one, so.
2.
I'm
going to get it on Xbox.
I would say it will look better on Xbox because of the power, but it's got exclusive deals on the PS4. So it just means that there'll be missions that come out first, but it will look better and run better on your Xbox. So it's up to you which way you want to do it. It'll still look good on the PlayStation because you got a Pro, but it will look and run better on your Xbox One X. And then the other game, just while you're doing that, is it's called Cyberpunk, and this game looks ridiculously good. It's done by the guys that did The Witcher. I don't know if you know The Witcher. It's like kind of a role-playing like adventure game set in like medieval times, but super popular game.
I've seen it.
The Witcher has been
a
a 1, 2, and 3, but it's now they've done 3 games like this, and they're kind of like, we don't want to do this medieval kind of theme anymore, so they're doing kind of like cyberpunk theme. But this is kind of the trailer for it. Again, I've just muted the sound here, but this one's going to be super good as well. You're going to be able to kind of make your own character, and you can get these like kind of cyberpunk mods. But the world they've created here, and this is all in game. It's going to come out on the PS4, PC, and Xbox. My theory is
this looks amazing.
My theory is this is going to come out on the Xbox, the next Xbox, and PS5 as well. It's going to be one of those games where it's so good that I think it will cross over and go into the next generation, because I don't think it will come out for a year or two. But it's a super fun game. People played it for like an hour at E3 as well, so it's not just them showing off nice graphics and there's no gameplay.
It's actually got...
It's properly, like, it's got all these like nice little stats. And
what is the basic gameplay? Is it like a Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, you play from behind the character. You do get into cars and you can drive around this whole city.
Yeah.
But it's all like statistic based as well, so you can be like... you've got to like mod your weapon, and you can get different implants for your arms and eyes and stuff like that.
Oh, it has a feel of like Shadowrun. You remember that game?
Vaguely remember that. It reminds me this one of Deuce EX. So
Deus Ex. Or
but yeah, this was a standout. Like won a lot of awards at E3. So yeah, definitely look out for this one.
Cyberpunk
2077. That's probably when it will come out. So
yeah, that's when they'll finally have it locked.
But this one, yeah, that one, like, definitely right up my alley. Personally, I'm not too keen on like medieval stuff like The Witcher, so I never really got into The Witcher. But now that this has got its tech kind of futuristic thing, I'm like, I'm down with that.
You're not a big fan of the scraggly cloth and...
I don't mind it. I've seen it a lot. Yeah. I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, you got your God of War's kind of filled that niche now for a while.
It has, yeah. And then a personal favourite of mine, just to finish off the gaming thing, is Streets of Rage 4 got announced. And that's coming out. Do you ever play Streets of Rage?
Did I ever play Streets of Rage?
So that got announced. There's a trailer.
Why does this look like a cartoon?
So this is
technically
not gameplay, but the end of it shows you a little bit of gameplay. I've always been a massive fan of Streets of Rage. I think I played all of them and completed all of them.
Oh, yeah.
So
did you ever do the Take the Deal?
I don't know about that one. What?
Do you not remember that? When you go up to like the boss, the final boss, he says, "Do you want to join me?" And then you can say yes or no.
Yeah.
Did you ever say yes? Because I did.
Okay. Well,
I was like, yeah. I'm like, he seems like good money here. He seems to have a lot of guys working for him. You say yes, a trap door opens.
Yeah.
Sends you back down to the previous level.
Oh, that's
You got to fight your way all the way back up.
Oh, that's good. I like that. But yeah, they show you a little bit of gameplay.
It's got that kind of like
so.
cartoon filter to it.
Yeah. Hopefully it's done well.
Yeah.
Where is the gameplay?
Definitely got that sketchy kind of look to it. It looks good though.
Yeah. So that's a
side scrolling. Yeah.
Personal favorite of mine. So that'll be
same jackets. Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet. When's that coming out?
I don't think they say. So
Ugh.
they just announced it. So, but yeah, that'll be fun. Plenty to play, plenty to watch movie-wise as well. Just too much stuff.
Apologies for my nose there, folks.
But we'll keep you up to date. We're both going to get Spider-Man.
Hang on, I'm just looking at my Red Dead Redemption purchase now. There's an Ultimate Edition that gives me all the story mode from the Special Edition, plus online bonus outfits. How about that?
Personally, what is that, $20? So you're paying $20 to get some outfits.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
But it depends how much you're into the game. Like if it's, say if it was that Cyberpunk game, you know, I'm into that futuristic stuff. So you could be online going around with like that leather jacket with like, you know, the stubs.
I'll probably get this Special Edition because there's extra story modes to it.
Nice.
But whatever. Spider-Man's where it's all at, isn't it? Spider-Man 4, PS4. Are there different versions of this?
Yeah, that one is out on the 7th, so that's out real soon. And that's going to be...
Digital Deluxe Edition, Standard Edition.
Ooh.
It looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think the reviews come out tomorrow, so fingers crossed they're good. I can't see it getting bad reviews. I think
looking at this,
I think the lowest it will get is like a 7.
The lowest it'll get is one child. I will give my firstborn child for this game. Actually, I'll give Al's because he's got one now.
One child.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it does look good.
As long as they keep the web swinging system from the old one. Remember that?
Yes, I do, yeah.
That was like perfect physics.
I think they've even perfected it, to be honest.
They have to, with the new systems.
I want if I don't connect the sling, like if I don't press the button, I fall down to the ground and I die. Yes. I don't want to fall down to the ground and just be like land on my feet.
Right.
I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but because it's probably more.
But they also had if you remember, to get around that, because they didn't have the ability to render an entire city.
Yeah.
It was like there was a death poison fog.
Yeah.
That was X amount of like stories high.
Yeah, I remember.
So you could swing around the city.
Yeah.
But you could never get to the ground. Whereas like I'm looking at this quick like replay of like the gameplay. You can see the city streets here.
Yeah.
You couldn't see that before. You could just be the smoke.
And it's going to be like Grand Theft Auto. You can see all the people walking around, the cars, and there's going to be a traffic jam. And then I'm guessing it's going to have day and night cycles, so you'll be able to swing around in the nighttime and stuff.
And I'm assuming they're just going to be smart and get the Google Maps of New York and just work off that.
Yeah, well, there's been something to do with the trade center in this recently. So I think it's got the new one or something. But
the Freedom Tower.
Yeah, something like that. So, but I think it's set back when the Twin Towers were there or something. But they put the new one in. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, so we'll keep you updated with like our like mini review on that and how our impressions and stuff. And like Paul said, we'll try and get some streams going. We'll play some games together. Unfortunately, the only one we really played together was Star Wars, and it either just didn't work, and but that game had so much bad press because of its loot boxes as well. Yeah. So one big thing, Battlefield is done by the guys that did Battlefront, but Battlefront, I feel like everything that messed up with that was EA, and Battlefield is done by these people called DICE. And all the EA did was just buy them and said,
DICE have a great rep.
DICE got a great rep. You know what they've done? They've said for Battlefield, no expansions, everything's free. No loot boxes. None of that.
Oh, they're
so
just
they're
taking
doing
a real
completely
shit on it.
Yeah. So even though it's the same company technically, they're just saying.
I will buy the game just for that.
You can fuck
like
up.
That's how much you fuck up.
Yeah, like you can fuck up Star Wars and stuff, which they did. But DICE are like, do not fuck up our Battlefield. Like Battlefield's our franchise. So they've said, I love that there's no DLC because it means when there's a map pack that comes out, you get it, I get it. Because if you buy a map pack and I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like spending $30 on this map pack, and then suddenly you're playing at different levels and I can't, so it segregates everyone. And then there's no loot boxes, there's none of that stuff. So,
all right, so I'm gonna pre-order Battlefield right now, just for that marketing turnaround, like just to be like, it's all free. Screw you guys.
It's just as soon as you buy the game, it's there, it's done.
Battlefield 5 PC beta will include a profanity filter in chat. Brand news.
I heard about that. Yeah.
That's good. A lot of good games.
Yeah, loads of good games. So
some would say
we'll get on
too many good games.
Too many movies. Too many games.
Too many games.
Too much tech. But we'll go into some tech because this is what we're all about.
Going in reverse: movies, games, and tech.
Why not? I was just going to talk about. We kind of already talked about our laptops.
Yeah.
We've got these brand new laptops. I guess there's a new next month. The new OS X comes out.
Yeah.
The one cool thing with that I like, and you might like, is it's going to have dark mode. So everything, Finder and stuff, it's all going to look black.
Cool.
So that'll be good for nighttime people that don't sleep. So.
Well, that's one thing with my one that's better than your one. Just keep making that point.
Do it. Yeah.
This has got the true tone to it.
Yeah, it's got true tone, and so does your bar as well.
Does it?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Apparently, like that dims in the light as well, whereas this one's just like boom on. So, but yeah, tech wise, the iPhone's in 10 days. So the new iPhone.
Yeah.
So
not 10? Was it?
It's going to be the X Plus.
Whatever. Yeah.
And then it's probably going to cost almost $2,000 with Apple Care. So
what?
Like
it's
just going to be ridiculous. Like if you were to buy a phone and a laptop, you're getting above $5,000.
What
So that's.
But like I'm just thinking of that because it was only like 2 days ago. My friend was telling me about the Hydrogen One, which is Redcam.
Oh yeah.
Camera company.
Yeah.
They're making their own phone.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
That's coming out. It's going to be maybe $1,500 pre-order. That thing has holograms and AR.
So at least they're
VR.
justifying the price.
4V, I think they've got like.
Wow.
And it's like this has got holographic things, and they've shown videos of it.
Okay.
How the hell are you going to justify a $2,000 phone that doesn't even do anything that the 10 does?
Struggling to make phone calls at times.
Is that just that's the one that's going to have its OLED screen, right?
It will have OLED. It will be a bigger screen, so it will be this size, but like the whole phone. But then the other thing is, if you get Apple Care, which a lot of people should, when you're spending that much on a phone, it will probably get close to $2,000 with Apple Care, because Apple Care is like $350.
$1,200 US.
So this is for this new red
the Hydrogen,
phone.
Yeah. It's literally just a couple of days ago they started sending out the first ones to test.
Oh wow. So that will be interesting to see how that competes with the market, because this is the first time they've done a phone, yeah.
Yeah. And it's got because Red make cameras.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a modular phone. So instead of having to buy a new phone,
you could just buy additions.
You buy additions to it, so you can buy new lenses, new whatever to go along the way. I heard it's supposed to be something else entirely, but who knows?
Oh, that guy's a popular YouTuber, yeah. Reviewing it there.
Yeah, like they're starting to send it out to like the top people.
Very nice.
And I'm like, this is a phone that's supposed to be doing like cutting edge vision, cutting edge holograms. It's going to be doing multiple cameras. You can put camera attachments on it, so it becomes like a proper like DSLR level versions of footage.
Yeah.
It's also going to be compatible with the Red cameras for professionals, so you can work with your thing. It's like, what are Apple doing? Like, what's this new XE going to be doing apart from having a nice bent screen and that stupid pixel thing
Apple
at the top?
aren't innovating as much anymore. They just perfect the tech that's out there, so they're kind of like, oh, this is popular and we'll do it really well. But they've stopped innovating, really. I mean, their big thing is emojis and having a camera that shows your face as emoji. So
well, they realized that their money's not going to be in hardware anymore.
Yeah.
Their money's going to be from cloud, and it's going to be from subscriptions.
Yeah, because everyone's caught up with them hardware-wise, so there's no more like, oh, our phone looks this thin, or it's got this rounded edge here, because Galaxy can do it, Samsung can do that, just as easy. So yeah, that's pretty insane. Nice to have competition. Like Apple can't just rule the world, but
I don't know what they're gonna bring out, because their last phone was a piece of shit. Had that stupid thing on the top.
It's basically the notch, and all the phones have kind of copied it as well. There's so many phones that have this notch.
It's just because it's Apple.
But it's ridiculous.
People think it's cool, but everyone who kind of knows that's stupid.
This is the stupid thing, is I honestly think it was a bad design decision.
Yeah.
But everyone's copied it just because it's Apple, but they don't realize they've actually copied something that's bad.
Bad, yeah.
So now they've just like, oh, we're cool, we've got this as well. It's
well, Apple have been so ahead of the game for everything. Everyone just thinks that what they're doing is the way it should be done.
And it's changing. Like, times are changing now. It's like
this thing, my laptop, fair play, it's good, whatever, fast, blah blah blah. I wish it had a touchscreen.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people with.
I did just see you touch your actual screen.
I just want to be touchscreen.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the Dell, the Inspire or XPS or whatever.
Yeah.
Touchscreen thing. I was like, that's what I expect. Like, that's the tech level that we're at. Why can't you do it?
Here's what I really
because they lose their iPad sales probably.
Yeah, that's true. But they'll probably merge it, and you can take the screen off and stuff like that. But one thing I think Apple are way behind on, and the Dell does it, and a bunch of other new Windows laptops, is bezels. Look at the size of the bezels on here. Like, I know they're getting smaller and smaller, but the thing that really annoys me is the bezel is actually thicker up top than it is around everywhere.
It's not even, yeah.
It's not even. And Apple are all about that. So I don't understand. And also, they don't need to be that thick. The only reason why they are is because they're lazy, and that's what they've got in their production. It's like what's in their factory.
Yeah.
If you look at the new Dell, it basically has razor thin, like it's thinner than what's on the phone there.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see. You want to get them smaller and smaller. So it kind of bugs me that Apple, who are a design company,
like to this point, which is my phone, which is a real phone.
Laptops need to be like that. Yeah. And there's no
bezel.
Look at the size of them as well. So, so they definitely need to.
Probably
they're
not as
slacking.
cracked as my one though.
Oh, you've got another crack in there. I guess you are in the wilderness a lot though.
Yeah.
So. And that case still didn't handle.
It was the way it landed. It was like pointed and it went like that.
Should get
Nobody has any idea what I just explained there, because this is an audio. It's like the screen landed on this knot and then hit it. So
get yourself a OtterBox. So
that's true.
Sponsored by
OtterBox. No, because my buddy has an OtterBox and it broke.
Oh, really?
I was like, this is the one thing you're supposed to do, OtterBox, and it broke. It's like,
damn.
Forget it.
They are supposed to be the monsters of cases, but so it will just be interesting. There's going to be a new Apple Watch in 10 days, so the new Apple Watch is got a bigger screen.
I'm never going to get one.
So no, I don't see the point in one of those watches. My mate, he had one at work, and his phone was ringing, and it was on his desk, but he was like, but it came to his phone, so it came to his watch. Sorry, he looked and he was like, but you can hear his phone on the desk ringing, and I was like, why is your phone not with you? Because I got the watch. But I was like, so you're just going to pick the phone call up on your watch, but then everyone else is going to just hear your phone like in the office? And he's like, yeah. I was just like, doesn't make any sense. Just carry the phone in your pocket like everyone else does. But he thought it was cool that he didn't have to take it and he could leave it at his desk. But I don't know. I just like little things like that.
Phone?
But who leaves their phone? Exactly. So in fact, if anything, it's doing it's worse, because he'll leave it at home, but then he'll run out of, like, you have to be into a certain distance with your phone. He'll drive away, and then he won't get anything. Anyway, there's like I know there's little apps that come with them. Like, I think Tinder's on it now, so you can swipe left and right and stuff like that. Something like that. There's a few games, but so that's coming out. New iPads with thinner bezels. It's all about these bezels.
That's all anybody's got anymore.
But people are saying it might come out with a notch, the iPad, which it doesn't need to, because it's bloody huge. So they can just have a thicker black bar if they need to or whatever. But so pretty boring for Apple, but in 10 days it's just going to have this boring, here's a new iPhone, it's bigger.
It's a new phone. It's the greatest phone in the history of phones. It's amazing. Look at our 3D spinning version of it. Whoa.
I guarantee you what they'll do at their event.
Line up outside the store.
There'll be lines, but I guarantee the biggest thing to come out of it will be emojis. They'll be like, oh, you can now be a snake. And that's going to be... No, honestly, that's going to get the headlines. When we do this podcast after that event, I promise you that's going to be the biggest headline.
We're going to be picking what animals we are for the video,
you can
so you can see it.
And then the last thing that Apple have been doing, we're not an Apple podcast, but we're kind of blasting them here anyway. Sure. But they announce things and then they delay things, and they've been doing that the last year or two, and people are pretty pissed off. So they announced like a wireless charging pad last year. They announced it, and they were like, because the new phone is wireless charging, which they're like 3 years behind on. But they announced their official charging pad. You can put your phone on it, your earpods, and then your watch. Still isn't even out yet. No release date. A year later. And then,
still charging you for it though.
Still charging
a month, yeah.
Oh, and it's like $300 or something for a charging pad, like it will be. And then what was the other one they did? The HomePod, that automated system that you talk to. Like,
oh yeah,
there's features on it.
The Alexa. And,
it's their equivalent of it. There's features on it that are being delayed. Boom, boom, boom. And then they just delayed something else recently. Oh yeah, FaceTime, the one where you talk to everyone. They announced like 3 months ago, they were like, oh yeah, you're going to be able to FaceTime with 50 people.
Oh yeah, I remember that at the conference. That was like their biggest thing. You can group chat FaceTime.
Delayed until next year or something like that. So it's like, don't announce the features if you can't hit, because people are losing faith in Apple now. Because it's like, as soon as at this new conference in 10 days, whatever they announce, if they say, hey, we've got this new thing, people are going to be like, yeah, it's just going to get delayed though. They don't have confidence in them anymore.
No.
So yeah, that's interesting. But how
they are worth $1 trillion. So what do we know?
Well, going on to how much money they've got, we all know they're making self-driving cars. They're getting into cars quite big. There's been a lot of in the industry. There's been a lot of people talking. Apparently, they've taken a shit ton of Tesla people, and they now work at Apple.
They just stolen them.
Yeah, they basically.
Yeah,
I'm guessing they probably took like 5 head engineers, and then those guys are like, we want to work with these guys.
Yeah.
So apparently, there's been a lot, like enough that people have started to notice, like, hey, this is a little bit dodgy. Like, what are you doing? So Apple are ramping that up. But then I just read yesterday, Apple just a Nissan Leaf rear-ended an Apple self-driving car. I don't know whose fault it was. But. They're probably like,
so sweet about that.
Take some more Tesla people, or maybe you don't want Tesla people.
In the bigger picture, though, that makes me happy because a company as big as Apple, are not stealing people for like a mini project, or for like something that's going to make a little bit of money. They obviously see this as being huge money, huge change, which is great. It means that Tesla's going to be getting competitive with other guys, and Apple are going to be out there throwing their $1 trillion at this problem.
Like, I really hope that Apple introduce a car that does what the iPhone did to the mobile industry, but I don't know if it's going to happen. So fits in your pocket, as in like just break. Everyone's like,
it's like a transformer.
How good would that be?
If they do that, then we'll never complain about their tech. It's like, all right, you guys made a transformer car phone.
What do you think of? We have talked about it on one episode, but. Tesla and his like underground, pods. I can't even remember what they're called now.
The submarines,
well, the ones that will take you to.
You mean the Hyperloop?
Yeah, a Hyperloop. So he's been talking about like, I'll get you to Dodgers Stadium like within an hour or half an hour, and it takes usually 2 hours. But the trouble is, you get on this little carriage with like, which is the size of a bus or something, and then you go, but. There's only a few people. I think it's like 50 people can go at a time. And then I guess, I don't know how many Hyperloops there are. Do you have to wait for it to come back then and stuff? So it sounds like it's cool and it's going to cut some time. But...
well, they're still working on... they're building a prototype.
They're building a prototype, but then Richard Branson, hasn't he like bought some for Europe and stuff? And he's going to put some in Europe. But I just haven't seen anything... move yet.
So they've only done like small scale tests, like tubes.
But he keeps saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and the latest one was something to do with the Dodgers Stadium, and we'll get them there, and everyone's like, this is great, we've signed off on it. But I'm like, I still haven't seen the fucking thing move yet. Like,
but that's his whole modus operandi. Is he just has this vision of like 5 years from now this will work. Just believe me.
I do like the guy.
Yeah.
He's only started making money on his Teslas, apparently like last month. The other thing is the kids that were stuck in that cave in what was that? Did you hear about like Tesla
the whole
of that?
thing in
and
Thailand,
he built a thing, and then people were like, this isn't going to fit into the caves. At least he was trying to help out. But
he does like promotion too.
He's bloody Tony Stark, isn't he?
No, he's not. He's Lex Luthor. That's what I call him.
Oh yeah.
I call him Lex Luthor because I'm just like, this is exactly what Lex Luthor is. Everyone sees him as like this cool, great guy.
Yeah,
he's like
yeah.
doing all these crazy stuff, but you're
Yeah.
like in secret, he's taking over the world.
Yeah,
That's what I see him as. Like
He's
he's
also-
not Tony Stark because he's not charismatic. He's not like, hey,
not as much.
Not like that.
He does have a little bit of a thing with him.
He
though.
does
Yeah.
because he's smart and he's rich.
Yeah.
But
He builds flamethrowers.
Yeah, but he's not like out there partying or anything. He's like got a family or.
Well, he's got a thing now where he tweets a lot, and a lot of his tweets his tweets can be quite controversial and stuff. So
you call that guy pedo and all that.
yeah, so he's like, there's a thing on The Verge which basically says like, once he tweets, everyone like is paying it. He's almost like I'm not comparing him to Trump, but I'm just saying when he does tweet, people are listening or seeing if
it's
he's
important.
Doing,
Like
yeah. So I like the guy. I don't know enough about him. You could be right with the Lex Luthor thing. So
it's fine though, as long as he's his ego's getting stroked like Luthor, then he'll do good things.
yeah, well, we'll keep an eye on him.
He's building space. He's building stuff in space. He's a super villain. Let's face it. He's a super villain.
It's a bloody car just floating off in space, isn't it?
But because he's prominent as like really nice fast cars, we're like, yeah, it's fine.
We'll do it.
It's fine. He's building fast trains. It's fine. It doesn't matter that he's built this death ray. It's okay.
I am seeing a lot more charging pads around here and stuff, and then TO as well.
Do you see the Tesla Semi?
No.
That wasn't a joke about erections. The semi trucks.
No, I'm not seeing. Oh, I knew about them, but I've not seen them.
It's like Logan.
So. Oh yeah.
It's like a self-driving
semi
truck.
Yeah, because didn't like Amazon say they were buying stuff, and was it Amazon or
they
someone was going to buy
an order,
or something like that? Yeah.
He's said that like it can do 500 kilometers on a charge, and it can carry 40,000 pounds or whatever. But these are only like this. It's only the first tech thing I've really seen. Was this in the last week, and the CEO of Daimler, the big truck guys, gave the voice that a lot of the other trucking companies have been like, if he can do that, he's breaking the laws of physics. And like it's like what you said. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
We haven't seen this truck. Can you show us this?
I know.
Can you show us this truck that can drive? Because he said the truck did a drive across the U.S.
Oh yeah.
On its own.
Oh, interesting.
And it's like, well, show us.
We haven't seen this.
Show us.
Yeah.
But he's definitely. The thing about that though is if he can make that happen, like a truck that big that can drive itself safely on a charge that's electric, it changes the whole world.
Oh,
like
definitely.
Overnight.
Yeah.
Because then every single trucking company, Amazon, everybody. Yeah,
well, of course they're going to jump on
we'll
that.
buy that.
Yeah.
Because that was it. It's a numbers thing. It was. He says at the price of the truck versus the price you save on gas plus the price you save on paying a guy and all the other safety things, it runs for like $1.50 a kilometer or something.
Wow.
So you make your money back after 2 years on the truck.
Yeah. I remember them
and
saying
it's
something
like,
like that.
What?
Yeah. It's just nuts. It's like that just changes the industry.
Yeah. Like you think of like going down the bloody Gardner here, or like the 401, you just see the trucks all the time. It's like they could all be automated and they would all run overnight.
Yeah.
Because nowadays you can't have guys running overnight because they got the X amount of hours.
The laws and stuff like that, yeah.
But now you just schedule your automated fleet overnight so that the traffic is better, they can go faster, it's safer. Like, if he does this, or when he does this, it's just the world is going to change so quick.
Yeah. He's on to something. It's just he needs to come through with it. Like I guess he's come through with the Teslas.
Yeah.
There was pain points to that and stuff. Like people still haven't received cars and stuff like that. But
he's still getting to I think he's still reaching his vision.
Yeah.
But everyone's starting to see it come together.
Yeah, and the more people that back it, and the more he gets, like, he'll always talk about like the first cars that he built, the first Teslas, and go like, this is what I learned from that. And then, now when I make this promise, we know that we have to wrap this up more, and we need 3 factories instead of the 1. Like that was stupid of us to think. So it's only going to get better, hopefully. So. We'll keep an eye on that guy.
Those poor billionaires only making millions. They could be making billions.
But the thing is with millionaires and billionaires is that they're in their own world. So when they buy something, they're buying like millionaire purchases. So they're still trying to maintain their life in that way. You know what I mean? So I always find that funny because they own these houses, but then they're paying the mortgage on those houses, or maybe they've paid them off.
Yeah.
But then they're still buying that car, and then the holiday, and then the holiday home, but it's still costing them millions. So it's like,
yeah, the proportion is just constantly
I mean, the smart thing to do is just buy it out. You own it. Boom. Instead of like, I'm going to buy that mansion but pay the mortgage.
I get that $40 million mansion off Bali. And you're like, why?
Yeah, it's like I always remember 50 Cent. Like he's broke, but then I think he actually made a lot of money through Bitcoin or something. But then he owns like 30 Ferraris or whatever it is. You know, so it's like. Is he broke though, or does he own those Ferraris? If
is
he does,
bankrupt, broke?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Kind of stuff, so I always wonder that. So interesting. Well, we'll be like that one day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bankrupt.
Technically, we're sitting here with 3 nice Apple laptops. So,
that's true.
So
I'm not saying we're doing bad. Right. We're doing all right.
Yeah.
Could be doing better.
Just wipe off your.
Clean that.
Yeah, just clean that off.
Dirty cat hair all over.
A couple of other little tech things, which is exciting that we'll find exciting, is in 3 weeks. An Oculus conference is happening, and they said the title of the conference is here's I should actually know it. I'm just quoting it off something a couple of days ago, but it's basically like celebrating the last 5 years, and then it's like looking forward to the next 5.
Cool.
And that's basically alluding to they're going to announce or at least show off their next gen Oculus.
Right. Without a wire. Wireless?
So I think it's still going to have a wire because I think they might go 4K, and I think they need the transmission. But it's 100% going to have a wider what do you call it? Field of view. It's not perfect because people have used it already apparently. So it's still, you can still see black, but for me that's a pretty big game changer because as soon as you get rid of the black, that's dangerous. Because you're going to be like, am I in something? Am I not? I mean,
who said that? What was that?
I know you're always going to feel the helmet, but anyway, even just
you won't.
That's
the problem. Like I said with like the Tesla, like you're just reaching these points so quickly.
That's why I find VR so interesting because I love going into a world. Like when I see you go put the helmet on or whatever, and you're in there. You're not in this living room anymore or whatever. I love that. So I just
like you get the reactions like you would get in like a movie, but like a little bit more intense. Like the horror things and like the music's in your ears and it's in your eyes and you're getting the feedback from how your head's moving.
There's definitely a huge feature in it. And right now with Oculus, we're like playing the Atari right now. Yeah. You know, but we're finding it amazing. Back then, they obviously found that amazing. So
Atari,
wider
Commodore
field.
64.
That was the champion. I think you had to actually like type in code to make some of the games. Like there was magazines, and you type in code and then press enter, and it would.
Yeah, you got to put in Flimbo's quest, and then you got to flip the tape and put it in the other way. Dizzy's quest, a lot of quests back in those days.
Lots of quests. Yeah, so that would be interesting. I think what would be cool is if they did gloves or something for controllers. I think they're still going to have a physical controller, but what they're playing around with is individual fingers now. So they're going to do it. So I know Valve, who do the Vive, they've got ones called the Knuckles. They're not out yet, but you can hold onto something and it has pressure points, so you can actually do your fingers. So you can do that. So hopefully theirs come out soon because they'll put some pressure on Oculus. Oculus have been seen with gloves, but the thing is, and what they're playing around with gloves is haptic feedback, so that when you can't actually go too far. Like when you grip something, the haptic feedback will kick in. If it's a ball, it will kick in, so that your hand can make a ball shape, so it feels like you're. But if it's a stick, it won't kick in until smaller because the stick's smaller. That will be interesting. I don't know how that's going to work, but
it probably only work on like at the beginning. It'll only work on like certain objects.
I think so.
Like this particular thing on the shelf you have to grab. Yeah, you'll feel that. Everything else will just go through it.
Rectangles, circles, and sizes and stuff. But the big thing that's happening in VR, and it's definitely going to have, which I never really thought about, but this is actually huge, is it's going to have inside trackers inside the, so it will track your eyes. Right. And the reason for that is you're going to have depth of field now, and that's going to be a game changer. The reason why is because when we look inside the Oculus, all we're looking at is a screen. Yeah. And when we look into the distance, we're just looking at a screen, and it doesn't know where we're looking. It just goes, are you looking at the box in front of you? It's creating a
blanket image, yeah.
You're looking at the box in front of you or the guy behind the box. When it can see your eyes and your focal points and stuff, it will know that you're looking at the box. So then it will actually blur the guy like in real life. So that will really change it up big time.
When you're getting...
When the wider field of view, 4K, like 2K in each eye maybe, the gloves or the new controllers, and then with that focal point, that's going to be pretty sweet. Like the games, even just playing Super Hot like that would be sweet.
Like by the time the little champ up there is like the time when we were playing Ataris and Nintendo, like 13, 14. He's gonna have the full thing. It's gonna be like on his eyes. It'll be like
it's basically Ready Player One almost.
Yeah,
so,
really is.
You're gonna have these 360 treadmills, which are already around. You're gonna have better ones. You're gonna need the room for it.
The full body haptic suit.
Yeah.
All
so
that.
it's all coming.
He's gonna be a little pervert.
Yeah.
Face it. Because that's what I would do if I had that.
That's the thing. Yeah, I know the porn industry is pretty big with 360 videos now and stuff like that. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. And then just the last thing really was for something I discovered was hue lights. They're like the colored lights and stuff.
Yeah.
I recently upgraded my bridge, which basically makes the lights faster and stuff like that. And you can sync them up with movies or games now. So upstairs I've got it synced so that I've got 4 lights. I've got 2 on the back of the TV as strips and then 2 side by side. And what it does, you run an app and it analyzes the screen. So it looks at the screen. So I ran Infinity War on it and I ran like a game. In Infinity War, it kind of had, Drax, he was like purple. So he was on the left and my lights on the left were purple. But then on the right, something was burning.
Yeah.
So it was all red. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But with this new bridge I got, it's instant. So as soon as the image changes, they change as well. And you can program it so it kind of like fades, or you can have it instant kind of thing. But it kind of enhances the movies. So it's a nice way of enhancing movies. But it's even particularly better in games. And the reason why is if you've got a torch and you're looking at a torch in a game, and then you move your head, you'll actually see on the lights in real time. It will move across the screen.
Wow.
In the background as well, because you've moved that light from the left to the right, and then you'll see it go across like that. So the more lights you've got and the more impressive like placements you've got of them, it just enhances the experience. But I read about it, I was like, it could be cool. I've always had lights on the back of my TV, but I've never had them react. And people say it's distracting, but you can set levels. But anyway, I was like, this is actually pretty impressive. Like it definitely just ups the film of the game just a little
Gives
bit.
you that little bit of atmosphere to what's going on.
Yeah. So so I'd recommend if you do have hue lights, give it a go. It's a free app as well. If you don't, I think Amazon usually have deals on those lights quite a lot. So look, I think Prime already had, but I guess we've got Black Friday coming up. Black Friday for Canada coming up, and then Black Friday for everyone in November.
The real one.
So you'll find the real one.
Real one.
Yeah, there's Cyber Monday, there's Cyber Monday Canada, and then there's like a UK Black Friday, and
I'm going to check it out.
I
don't need anything. I'll be fine.
We're all good.
I say that.
You've already ordered like $300 worth of games.
It's fine.
So.
Yeah, deluxe editions everywhere.
But that kind of wraps it up, guys.
That is everything. Goodbye. Done.
Boom.
That's our new way of ending.
See us in 6 months.
Yeah, see you in 6 months.
No, we will be doing these more regularly.
Yeah. Every week.
Yeah, and
As
we'll
much
just
as we
basically we'll keep you guys up to date. As always, let us know what you want to hear, but we're just going to be talking.
They
about
already
stuff
told
anyway.
us they want commentaries. So
they do want commentaries, and then for anyone that made it this far in the podcast, though we're probably going to split these up anyway. But I guess you'll eventually do your videos.
I've already got a couple lined up, starting an analysis, and I got a rant one that I'm going to do.
Yeah, we're aware that those are popular. It's just lives.
It was literally the time.
Lives, and they take a long time. This thing takes like an hour or two, whereas those videos take days and weeks or whatever.
We'll see. It might just take 20 minutes. Maybe I've been doing it wrong this whole time. New laptop makes it all easier.
But thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, for sure. Take it easy. Talk to you soon.